It's a Monday. Here we go. MJ and, everybody but Fester. Any word? Oh, no, it's Meredith walking down the hall. Any word on Fester?
I have not. No,
You,
haven't heard
you,
anything.
you see him napping in the office? Is he on the couch? Do you even go to the office in the morning or no?
No way.
All right.
There's no point.
I've never been in it.
Yeah, I wonder if he's napping.
You're not missing much.
All right. Hey, so I don't know what's going on, but very, very wildlife intensive in my orbit in the last 24 hours. Actually, a little less than that. Let's see, 12 hours? Yeah, 12 hours. I mean, very wildlife intensive. We have a Cooper's hawk that was in our yard, a little baby juvenile that apparently is in need of help. And then driving in, I have another encounter in my neighborhood. I had to stop the car and render assistance.
What the hell's going on with you?
Yeah, all right, hang on a sec. Andrew just held up his cell phone. Does that mean I should check my cell phone?
Like Jack Hanna.
Yeah, or Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah, or Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
I love that show.
Yeah, let's check with Jim downstream.
Fester just texted.
I know, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Andrew just held up his cell phone,
Yeah, I saw
so
that.
I checked my. You saw? How can you see Andrew holding up a cell phone?
Because I glanced like that.
Oh, okay.
You turn left.
I moved my head, rotated it to the right.
Okay, all right.
My eyeballs kind of out of my peripheral.
Wow, it's funny how that works.
Yeah.
What do you say? You're out of your what?
Peripheral.
Say that again, please.
My peripheral vision.
Sound like Glenn Beck doing a eyeglass commercial. It's
Peripheral.
It's
What is it, by the way?
peripheral.
Peripheral. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds stupid.
Peripheral.
I say it much better.
Say it again.
Peripheral.
What's the other one? You say apocalypse.
I can't.
Do that one. Say it.
I can't say it.
Say it. Just try it.
Apocalypse.
What?
What was
Say
that
it again?
at the end?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
It's not It's
Okay.
It's apocalypse. Apoco. Just think of
a pack of lips, but a paco lips.
there's
Apocalypse.
There you go.
Look, it's a guy named Paco. Paco has lips. Paco lips. Paco.
Okay. Okay,
Paco's Tacos. He's got a great food truck, by the way. All right.
I thought Paco lost his lips in an accident.
I think you just cured me of that.
They were burned off with acid.
Paco lips. There you go.
Lost him.
In the first episode of Ozark.
Yeah.
All right, so hang on a minute. All right, say apocalypse again.
You cured me just now.
Just say it again.
Apocalypse.
There you look at that. Look at that. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. All right, now peripheral is the vision when you can see things on the peripheral edges. Peripheral.
I don't even want to say that word correctly.
Peripheral vision.
Peripheral.
Well, you just mockingly almost said it correctly.
I know.
All right, so hang on a minute. Let me see what Fester's got going on here. I had to make an emergency stop. I will miss first segment most likely. Please continue with the great vigor.
What?
In my absence. What the hell is he rambling about? So let me call him up. That'll get into my wildlife issues. Hey, folks, what was that? You're right.
Little morning phlegm. I mean cough, sorry.
Oh, jeez.
That was gross. I shouldn't have said
So
that.
I'll get back to my wildlife encounters in just a bit.
Yes.
And I've got video.
Ooh.
I posted video. I'll talk about that all in a second. Hang on. Let me see what...
You document a lot of stuff these days, huh?
I'm telling you, man. I'm like a documentary filmmaker.
The message, but the fastest response will always be.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we got to call Fester twice. Hang on, Matt. 813-310-8444 is Fester's cell phone. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did, but that's his.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, we always do.
Hello.
All right, so what is the emergency stop you had to make that it's now 6:05 and you're not here at the start of the week?
I might have run out of gas almost-ish and puttered into the gas station, which I'm at right now.
What is the matter with you? You've got to drive from Lutz all the way to St. Pete, and you get in your car on a Monday morning in the 5 o'clock hour to get here by 6, and you don't have gas in your car?
Okay, well, I had gas in my car.
Yeah, it sounds like fumes.
Yeah, so it was my intention to go back out last night, but I didn't go back out. So, and then I forgot about it. Then I get in the car and I didn't look at my gauge.
Yeah.
And I'm like driving. I'm just past the airport exit to where you're committed to the bridge.
Yeah.
And it's like, bing, bing, bing. And
Oh,
I'm like,
great.
crap.
Yeah, so then
See
you'd
what
probably
happens.
run out on the bridge. You'd be like all pulled over on the side of the Howard Franklin 275 southbound.
So then I had the question: do I gun it and just ride it as long as I can,
Jeez.
or
And try to get to the 7-Eleven on 4th Street?
that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, wait, hold on. So you did go across the bridge with no gas?
Well, on my fume light, and then
Smart.
then the do I gun it and then just run it until it's dry, or do I like meter it like it's 60 miles an hour and do a lot of coasting and tapping?
You're a fume
That's
fool.
what I did. Yeah.
Fume
So
full.
anyway,
You're a fume fool. Say it again.
Fume full.
Fume fool.
Uh-huh.
yeah, well,
Stupid.
You guys
So
want to
you're
hit
at
7-Eleven?
no, you're at 7-Eleven on 4th Street?
yeah, I'm here right now.
What is it, like 118th Street and 4th? Is that it?
Something like that. Yeah, right near the north of the Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, just before the Winn-Dixie. Yeah. Oh, jeez. All right. So,
I'm getting a cup of coffee. Froggy, you need anything?
I think I could take a cup of coffee too. Thanks.
Okay, all right. Rock?
I think I'm good, but thanks for thinking of me.
I'll take a Slurpee.
A Slurpee.
Whatever.
What a child.
I'll drink a Slurpee any time of the day, man.
Bring
I'll tell
MJ
you.
a Slurpee.
I don't want to. I don't need a Slurpee. I had a shave ice yesterday from my
All right, so
Hawaiian
Bring him some
shave ice
Mountain
machine.
Dew, Dragon fruit.
No. Just
Lemonade.
get to the studio, dude.
All right, I'll be there in a bit.
Man, how irresponsible. He knew he needed gas last night. He gets in the car and forgets about it and then realizes he's got fumes as he's getting on the bridge.
These things happen. He should have pushed it all the way.
All right, 6:07 at the MJ Morning Show. All right, just getting rolling. So we had a Cooper's Hawk in our yard, and then I have another encounter in the street on the way to the studio this morning. So I'm running a little late because I stopped and I had to video it and then move this thing out of the road so it didn't get turned into roadkill. All right, hang on. I'll explain that, and I'm assuming Fester will be here. As we're just getting rolling, I'll talk about all the wildlife encounters next. You want to get a jump on things? The videos are on my Instagram right now at Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. 6:08, traffic's on. Let's grab Pat with the latest MJ Morning Show on a Monday. Going to be a busy day. Back in minutes. 9:05 at 6:19 Monday morning, June the 3rd. And, of course, as you are enjoying the weekend, hurricane season arrived officially on June 1st. And you know the whole drill, NOAA and the Colorado state experts and everybody predicting a above average hurricane season. So eyes are on it. Hopefully we don't have any issues this year, but you know what they say, it only takes one. Hopefully that one is not going to come here. So wait a minute, Fester still can't make it to the studio on time? I
don't know what he's doing.
No,
Second segment.
it's Monday.
Where the hell is he now? We got to put a tracker on him. I need to get like a, you know what? We need to get one of those. Oh, here. Oh, now he's just wandering in. Here we
Here
go.
he
Yeah.
comes.
All right. Can you?
Oh,
my God.
extra large.
Hold on. How big is that 7-Eleven coffee? My God, that is massive.
So it's double stacked. So like the cup, it's too hot to hold.
They had no holders?
Yeah, they had no holders.
Oh.
So if you look, the coffee is this big.
Oh, I was always told that if you take extra cups at 7-Eleven, it throws off their inventory count.
I always take extra cups wherever I go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think, I'm trying to remember, I might have had like a Slurpee accident. Or the kids, see, I'm pretty good at putting the Slurpee into the cup. But the kids, of course, when they were little, I want to do it, Daddy. And of course, the Slurpee they put, way too much. It's all flying all over the place. It's coming. And then you want to just dump the cup because it's a freaking mess. And then I think I had like a 7-Eleven clerk. Oh, no, you can't do that. We keep inventory by the cups or something to that effect. I can't remember.
Yeah.
All right, so Fester's here.
Right.
After the irresponsibility of getting in his car in Lutz and trying to drive all the way to St. Pete near Gandy and 4th, where our office complex and studios are located, and you went on the bridge on fumes, and you were lucky to make it to the 7-Eleven on 4th Street, just a mile or so from the studio. So, wait a minute, you drove over the long bridge from Tampa, but then you wouldn't just drive to the studio to be on time?
Well, what if I would have stalled out?
That would have been funnier than this.
200 yards, from the studio. I mean, I thought about it. I thought about all scenarios.
Oh, what's 200 yards? What
if I would have stalled out like right at the corner?
That would have been hilarious.
Like within walking distance. I still wouldn't have made it.
Park your car and walk.
Yeah.
Can you imagine all lumbering Fester?
Yeah, where's the Ropers music?
Yeah. Wait a minute. What did I do? What did I do with Fester's theme?
Fester's walking music?
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot
good
about
walking music.
Fester's.
It's your walk-up music.
Oh, here we go. Fester's theme.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
It's Fester's walk-on music. Where was it? Oh, the Animal Kingdom stuff. Just crazy 12 hours of animals at my house. So Chloe finishes doing her LSAT prep yesterday. She comes home. So first of all, jeez, talk about inefficiency. So I pick up Chloe at her rental office because we have Chloe. We rent her a little office space, one little room, tiny little room thing. So we rented that for her so she could study in peace. Because listen, with the dogs at the house and all the distractions, the TV, she couldn't get work done. So she's been working in this little office space for months in preparation for her LSAT. And she took it she took it in April and got that score back, got a really good score, but obviously want to, better it. So she's got another LSAT coming up for the law school entrance exam. And I go to pick her up last night, like 7 o'clock. I go to pick her up at the office, right? And we get home, and she's like, Daddy, can I have tacos for dinner? I'm like, why didn't you say this while we were on the road and not back home? And I've got my shoes off, and I'm sitting on the couch doing prep already. So then I go back out, and as we're going back out, there's this bird that is on the fence area in the front of my house. I'm like, look at this thing. I thought it was a falcon, and I posted this huge bird up in my oak tree earlier last week. It turns out I thought it was a falcon, but no, it's a Cooper's hawk That was an adult Cooper's hawk. And we found out because we called one of the rescue operations last night because this hawk, this Cooper's hawk, I thought it was an old sickly, like, I've fallen and I can't get up. I thought it was like a sick old hawk. No.
I thought a Cooper's Hawk was a winery.
Well, it's named after the bird. All right. So the bird is a juvenile. Apparently, it's only like 5 weeks old, and it might have taken its first flight yesterday and got tired or could not get enough air to get back up into the nest or up into the tree. So I see this Cooper's hawk on my front, fence area, and it just stayed there. We could go right up to it. It finally flew very low, and that's indicative, I've since learned, that when they're just learning to fly, they can't get height. So it flew very low across the street into the neighbor's yard, and it was in the neighbor's yard. And we called one of these, rescue operations, and they said, yeah, that's a juvenile. We sent a picture. It's a juvie. And the problem is, if it's on the ground, it could be subjected to a predator overnight,
right?
A stray cat, a raccoon, whatever. So we went to the neighbor's yard, and this is like 10 o'clock last night, and we got the hawk.
You picked it up?
Just picked the damn thing up in a towel. It didn't do anything. It didn't squawk. It didn't go, rah, rah, rah. It did nothing. Just picked the hawk up in a towel, put it in a box, then brought it back to my house.
Aww.
And they said, you can try to put it up in a branch or something. We put it up on our second floor balcony.
And it fell off?
And, well, no, because the bird was down on our fence area in the front of the house where we saw it yesterday. So now we just put it in like a little towel nest, and then it started walking around. And this morning at 5 a.m., when I'm getting ready to leave the house, I went out on the balcony. The hawk's just sitting there. He's just chilling out. So I just shot a video of the hawk. It's a baby Cooper's hawk, and that video is on my Instagram right now. That's Certified MJ Radio. If you want to see this little ball of feather little hawk, which can fly, but not very well. And the video's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. So I think we're going to have the rescue folks come out. I don't know if they can find the nest and put it back up in a low branch or something. And I wonder if the mother and the father are like, hey, where's our kid?
Little Dominique is out again.
Where the hell's our little kid? So I hope they're not all nervous. But clearly the hawk nest is right near our house. We got a bunch of oaks on the property, so it must be up in one of the trees. But they haven't spotted their little baby yet. So that video is on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. Then, if that's not enough,
a lot of animals.
Exactly, as it is. So 5 o'clock this morning, I'm out on my front balcony and videoing this. Then I'm driving. I'm running late because I was getting the video and checking out the hawk this morning, this Cooper's hawk. And then I get into the car. I'm driving down the street to get out of my neighborhood, and in the middle of the road, there's a little tiny thing. I'm like, what is that? It's a possum or an opossum. And so I had to stop, and I had to get the opossum out of the road, or else it would be roadkill. It would be squashed little baby. Look, it's a little baby possum.
That was very brave of you, because don't they carry rabies?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think it's very common at all.
Yeah, they're filthy animals.
I don't know if possums are filthy.
Why are you messing with nature so much?
Andrew just confirmed that possums are not known for rabies.
Okay.
Anyway, I didn't have gloves or a towel in the car, so I did not pick it up, but I used, after I shot the video, and look how close I am. I'm down on my knees in the middle of the street, and I've got my cell phone video running, and it's right on the level of the little possum in the middle of the street. So I rolled video on that, and that's on my Instagram as well. It's like Wild Kingdom. It's MJ's Wild Kingdom, brought to you by Mutual of Omaha.
This possum is so young, it doesn't even know to play possum as you approach it.
It doesn't. Exactly. So after I shot the video, which you can see on my Instagram, along with the hawk, Certified MJ Radio, after I shut the camera off, I then took my phone and I kind of like steered him back into a yard. So I moved him. I kept like kind of pushing him with my cell phone to the middle of the yard. So hopefully he goes back into the bushes. And I don't know if he got lost or if he's already been cut loose by mom from the pouch. Because what? It's a marsupial, right?
Right. You know, he looks very rat-like. When they're babies, they look very more like rats or mice.
Anyway, so my encounters with wildlife, I was just waiting to pull into the office park this morning.
Yeah.
We've got some conservation wooded land here in the office park. I was waiting for a yak or, a giant bison or elk.
Maybe a water buffalo.
Yeah, I was waiting for a water buffalo.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Jack Hanna retired recently, MJ. If you want to do something.
Jack Scamma.
Zach Scamma? What?
What?
I said Jack Scamma.
Why would you say that?
Do you have beef with Jack Hanna?
What?
Jack Hanna? You could be Jack Scamma.
Oh, you're not making a disparaging comment about Jack Hanna.
Oh, he's a scam artist as well.
No, he's
Who's he scammed?
Please, he takes advantage of animals his whole life?
You're
Exploits
calling
them.
It's a fraud.
You're calling me Jack Scamma. Oh, I see. You know what? Maybe Busch Gardens could hire me.
Yeah.
I could start doing a syndicated wildlife show
You can do tours.
just in my
With a
yard,
little-
in my neighborhood and yard.
With a little microphone.
That's it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the tour. I'm MJ.
Oh,
Today we're going to
man.
look at an opossum.
It's like the Tiger King used to give tours for everybody.
I got to have a gift shop.
Yeah.
And then inform somebody that
Never going to financially recover from this.
we had an accident. We had an employee had its arm ripped off down at the MJ gift shop
We'll give you a rain check if you're interested.
or refund. Oh, man. You know, the Tiger King guy's in the news today as well.
Is he?
Believe it or not, yeah. All right, 6:31. So I've already had a very active morning, clearly. All right, 6:31 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Who wants some morons in the news? Next, a great early pile of morons in the news on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Don't move.
If you're headed north.
This sounds like very moron-y rejoin music, doesn't it? Bam, bam, bam. It is 6:40 at the MJ Morning Show, and you know that I never have a loss for morons in the news. Do you realize that?
It's truly the gift that keeps on giving.
I mean, there is never like a slow day. It's never like, oh, man, you know what? The morons in the news pile really sucks today. Maybe I should fill it with something else. I never have that. There's never like a day where the morons are lousy. Like this guy here in Florida gets lost in the woods, calls for help, and then they find all kinds of drugs and other crap on him.
He should have buried it somewhere else in the woods.
Oh, my God. This is idiotic. Branford, isn't that up in the Panhandle?
I want to say that, yeah.
Branford, Florida. So this idiot got lost in the woods and had to make a call to get rescued, according to the Suwannee County Sheriff's Office.
It's in the Big Bend area.
Yeah, Suwannee County.
A little northwest of Gainesville.
Yeah, up in the Panhandle, right near the Big Bend. So deputies with the SCSO, that is the Suwannee County Sheriff's Office, they say that this schmuck, James Robert Lombardi, 43, called for help because he was lost in a wooded area between the Branford Greenway Trail and the Suwannee River. I think I saw a commercial for Dixie County Tourism. You know,
I did something like that before.
I'm noticing all these commercials for Daytona Beach. They're running them here for us to see. It's like, hey, Tampa Bay, why don't you come on over to Daytona? And then I saw a commercial for, hey, why don't you come on up to Dixie County? And I believe it's the same damn trail. Maybe it's multi-county, but I'm pretty sure that there's a Greenway Trail also in Dixie. Is Dixie County adjacent to Suwannee County?
Yeah.
Well, the trail must run from multiple counties. Anyway, this imbecile, this total turd, he gets lost in the woods, calls the cops. So the Suwannee County Sheriff's Office Patrol Division, with Deputy Cleve Willis, sounds like Cleve would be working for the Suwannee County Sheriff's Office.
He was hired on name alone. Your name is Cleve?
So
You're hired.
this dude, Cleve, from the Suwannee County agency, he then hooks up with a deputy from the Lafayette County Sheriff's Office and also the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. They have an officer. They go into the woods to start looking for this guy Lombardi. They found him within an hour and brought him back to the Ivy Park boat ramp area. He was excited to be found, but, well, his jubilation didn't last very long because apparently they ran him and he had an active arrest warrant for violation of probation. Then while searching him in order to take him to jail for the warrant,
Right.
then they discover he's got marijuana, he's got a pipe, he's got burnt joints.
They don't take too kindly to that in Suwannee County.
Oh, man. Then he had some kind of a metal box with a phone and some drinks, and inside was a glass smoking pipe
Yeah.
that contained methamphetamine.
Oh, Deputy Cleve Willis made the biggest bust in Suwannee County history.
See, this is when you wish that Cops was along videoing, you know? That Cops was along filming this. And
Yeah, I'm sure the men and women of law enforcement of Suwannee County is really riveting.
yeah, we're going to a call for a man lost in the woods. We're going to try to locate him. And then, he's got an active warrant. Yeah. He's got a meth pipe. He's got a pot pipe. He's got marijuana. This guy's a mess. Charged with violation of probation, possession of methamphetamine, possession of 20 grams of cannabis, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Oh, you know what we ought to do later today?
What?
I'm starting to see is it Amendment 3? I'm starting to see the commercials all over the place for the upcoming amendment in November during the elections for the legalization of recreational pot. Remember, how long was it, a year ago or sometime last fall? Remember we took phone calls? Didn't we do a thumbs up, thumbs down on whether you wanted to see marijuana legalized for recreational use?
We've done it before, yes.
Yeah, we have done it. I'm trying to remember what the results were. But Amendment 3 is going to be on the ballot in November. And that's for recreational marijuana. Yeah, we already have medical marijuana is legalized. Hey, Froggy smokes medical marijuana. Froggy's a card-carrying medical marijuana user.
He medicates with his medicine.
He medicates during every commercial break.
He needs his
That's
medicine.
a conjecture.
Can you smell Froggy through your speakers? Because he walks in here and it's like a grow house.
Shut up. Liar.
Oh, you're going to deny?
Yes. You get over it.
Okay.
People medicate. That's it.
All right.
Right.
Anyway, maybe
Not the 90s anymore.
You know what?
It's not
Maybe
that great.
Let's go to phones. Let's go to the pot phones later.
It's not that crazy. Let's not.
Let's ask the question again about recreational use. And I think we ought to do it a couple of times.
A day.
Every hour. It's the new MJ.
No.
MJ pot
Recess.
No.
every hour.
No, this is not Froggy's schedule. No, I think we ought to do it a couple of times between now and November 5th, right? I think we ought to do it a couple of times and see if the thumbs up for legalization of recreational marijuana or thumbs down if the numbers stay fairly consistent.
All right, I have a dumb question.
All right, go ahead. Hurry up because I got more morons in the news.
If this amendment passes and recreational marijuana became legal in the state of Florida,
Yep.
could we give it away on the radio station?
I don't think so.
I mean, as a prize?
I'm sure there's probably some kind of regulation.
I don't know. It's legal, right?
Giving drugs away.
Yeah, we don't really give booze away that often, do
Yeah.
we?
Unfortunately.
Hey, listen to this. A monster truck called Crush Station. You ever hear of Crush?
Oh yeah, that's the one that looks like a lobster, right?
Crush Station,
Like crustacean.
Yeah.
it's like a play on a
Yeah.
crustacean, like
My
a
kids
lobster.
used to have that toy
Oh,
truck.
really?
Yeah, it's a popular. It was popular on the
Well,
Monster Jam.
Yeah, here's a picture of it.
why do you listen to this?
It is a lobster, isn't it? Or a crawfish?
It's some kind of
It's a lobster monster truck.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Monster lobster truck.
Hmm.
Well, guess what? There's been an incident with Crush Station.
Uh-oh.
Crustacean at Raymond James Stadium.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Has Crustacean ever been to Raymond James Stadium? It's Monster Jam.
You okay, Monster Jam?
Your throat's going to grow crustaceans if you keep talking like that.
Yeah,
All right.
I've seen that thing drive.
Well, here's the deal. Several spectators were injured at a monster truck show up in Maine, and
Oh no.
you know when you think of crustaceans, I think of Maine lobster, right?
Oh no.
So
This is very unfortunate. Get out of the way. First 10 rows back up.
Okay, that's Cookie Monster now.
Get crushed by crustacean as an added bonus.
all right. So here's the deal. There was a monster truck show up in Maine on Saturday, and I guess the vehicle leaps. Does it have hydraulics? Does it jump as well?
they jump.
Have you
Right.
have you forgotten everything you've learned about Monster Jam? They
They-
have big mounds. They have flippers
Yeah,
on the side.
I realize that, but usually they drive up a mound or another vehicle like a smashed car in order to like get some air. I don't know if this one can jump all on its own. Anyway, there's this shocking video. Crush Station lost control at this show and hit a power line, dragged down poles and live wires on top of the crowd.
Yeah, it's a
Oh my
party.
gosh, did anybody die?
Get electrocuted by crustacean at Monster Jam.
I mean,
Isn't that another monster truck? The electrocutor?
No.
the executioner. Man, this is nuts. First of all,
Uh-oh, somebody call the grave digger.
you sound like Cookie Monster. You
I
really
said
do.
that.
I
Yeah,
know.
he does.
I'm agreeing with you.
C is
Crazy.
for cookie. It's good enough for me. E is for electrocution.
But what are they holding this monster truck show like on the side of the road? Usually you have these shows inside an arena or a stadium.
Yeah, it sounds
What,
like it was like an exhibition maybe or something.
up in Maine, what is it, just on the side of the road in order for this thing to ram at the power lines, knock them down, and throw live wires on top of the crowd?
Right, they try to perform everywhere, so some of the venues are a little. I mean, what venues are there in Maine? You know, I can't think of any sports.
I don't
arenas.
think you have any stadiums in Maine.
Maybe a couple of hockey arenas you could have held
Yeah,
it in, guys. I
probably.
don't know.
Anyway, so several were injured. Luckily, no one, I think, extremely seriously. But spectators had very little time to run away from this flying metallic lobster when it hit the power lines and caused them to fall on top of people. So one man could be seen falling to the ground. One of the poles snapped in half and appeared to hit him. But, I mean, this is terrible. Several people were also seen pulling away a wheelchair-bound man and a little kid who were just feet away from falling wires.
Oh, no.
It's like a demonic Kool-Aid man sounding thing.
Oh, yeah. That's awful.
Several people suffered minor injuries, and two of the injured were transported to the hospital for treatment, but apparently nothing major. The driver of Crush Station was not among the injured. He just caused destruction. He was fine inside his roll cage.
Would you make it to the hospital more quickly in an ambulance or a monster truck?
Monster truck.
Yeah,
You just drive over other cars.
Easily, yeah, no question.
Anyway, so early morons in the news on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. We have the 7 o'clock hour straight ahead. Froggy, I've got a story that is so up your alley.
Really? It's huge.
Dude, I have an item that is, I mean, totally like bullseye Froggy today. And in fact, when I tell you the story, this might actually rekindle your desire for this particular activity.
Pastime.
What day did you see it?
Interesting.
Saw it yesterday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
All right, whatever.
You want to keep going with it?
That's okay. It's fine. All right, 6:51. It's a busy, busy Monday morning, folks. Don't move. Back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey. MJ Morning Show on Q105 at 7:02 here on a Monday morning. And Froggy, calm down, dude. It's coming up, man. Yeah, Froggy during the break, he's like, when are you going to do it? When are you? I've got a story that is so up Froggy's alley today, man. I think this is going to re-inspire you. I think that you're not going to be able to wait. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Has anyone else seen the item?
I don't know. When I think of inspired, Froggy is the last person that really comes to my mind.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it metal detecting?
You know what? Don't jump the gun.
Okay.
Okay, so somebody guessed it.
No. It's not. What'd you just do?
I said, wah, wah, wah.
No, it's not metal detecting. It's
Okay.
not. But Froggy has
Okay.
a couple of weird hobbies, and I'm telling you right now, I have something that is going to absolutely float your boat. All right, maybe I'm giving away another hint as well. All right, Froggy loves fishing. Froggy's a metal detector. He's that goober on the beach with the headphones and the little metal detector.
Actually, I have a underwater one, so I'm in the water doing it.
All right.
Really?
I have, folks, coming up, we're going to do it in the long segment. So early in the long segment, remember, every single morning at about 7:25, we launch an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So that's on the way in just a bit. Something that Froggy is going to love this morning. I have the latest stats for how many postal workers got bitten by dogs last year.
Oh, wow.
We've done this before. I think we might have done this last year with the 2022 stats. So, you know what? I would like whoever lost my checks to the IRS for tax day, I would like them to get bitten by a dog. Seriously.
That's still an issue?
Yeah.
It's a big issue.
Oh, yeah. You know, I am so pissed off because I even initiated a package tracker tracer on like May 12th, and I've heard nothing.
Ooh.
Not a damn thing from the U.S. Postal Service for my 2 missing priority mail letters.
I mean, you have a tracker tracer, so.
Jeez, unbelievable. If you don't know the story, and then we'll get into the dog bite issue, but I mailed out 2 checks to the Internal Revenue Service. 2 checks made out to the Department of the Treasury. Internal Revenue Service, P.O. Box 1300 and P.O. Box 1302, Charlotte, North Carolina, and whatever the zip code is. And I went to the post office at the airport on April 15th, 5 a.m. I'm putting these in their own packaging in priority mail envelopes. I'm mailing out my tax payments, tax due with my extension, and also my quarterly estimated payment. Neither one of those got to Charlotte, North Carolina. So difficult to deliver priority mail from Tampa Airport, Tampa, Maine, to Charlotte, North Carolina, and nothing. So when I go to track right now, when I use the 9505 priority mail tracker, it says package received at Tampa, April 15th, 5 a.m., both of them. And then the next thing it says is tracking initiated or tracking requested, and it says alert. And I've heard nothing, absolutely nothing. Anyway,
yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that just sucks. So, first of all, I want my $9.85 times 2 back. I want my money back because my package never got there. So, they owe me about $20, U.S. Postal Service. So, about 5,800 mail carriers were attacked by dogs last year.
5,800.
Yeah, I'm hoping that, listen, I don't condone mail carriers getting bitten.
Generally speaking.
You know, my mail carrier is a great guy. JR is my mail guy, and he's fantastic. I don't want JR to get bitten by a dog. However, I will be honest. Whoever lost my priority mail packages, I want them to get bitten by a nasty Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Or a Rottweiler.
Yeah, that's a big leap. That's a spread.
That's a big spread.
So 5,800 mail carriers were attacked last year. And that's 500 more than the previous year.
Do the stats break down the body part they were most likely to be bitten in?
Mostly penis.
Where are these dogs? Just running wild?
No, it doesn't.
Crotch level,
No,
yeah.
it doesn't say that.
I mean, maybe not in houses down here in Florida, but you know how they have that low metal chain link fence where you have to open the little gate to get to the house?
And then they're in the backyard.
And
maybe.
they're in there.
Screw that.
What question did you ask, Froggy?
I said, what are all these dogs doing? Just roaming the streets? Like, I don't understand. Because my mailman drives up to my mailbox and just puts it in.
Letter carriers are exposed to potential hazards every day, none more prevalent than a canine encounter, said the United States Postal Service Manager of Employee Safety and Health Awareness. All it takes is one interaction for a letter carrier to possibly suffer an injury. New York ranks 6th.
Yeah, then the letter carrier sues your homeowner's insurance.
California is number 1.
Don't they carry spray or something? Like dog spray?
Los Angeles was one of the top cities. California, number 1 for dog bites, but it's also the most populous state. I don't see where Florida is on the list here, but I'm sure we're probably top 10 is what I'm guessing. I think it's probably very population-based. You know, the most populous states in the country are, I think California is 1. I think Texas is 2. Florida is now 3, and New York is number 4 as far as population goes, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I'm so ticked off. I mean, really, I'm still just aggravated.
You're going to get through this.
No, with my missing package, not the dog
Yeah, I mean,
bites.
he really could care less about
But,
that.
you
the
gotta-
missing packages, you're screwed.
Yeah, you have to be careful what box you put your package in.
But listen, I want, you know,
That was nice.
all right, are you?
Wait, I don't get it.
I'm always
Hold on, Roxanne. Are you like trying to up your innuendo game?
She is giving you sound mailing advice.
Exactly.
you're-
This is advice so that something detrimental doesn't happen to your package next
So
time.
your package doesn't get destroyed when you stick it in the wrong box.
Yeah.
Hey, Fester, I forgot about this, but last week, didn't you say something to me that someone allegedly sent you the cell number for the new Tampa postmaster?
Oh, not allegedly. Well, I don't know if I was really sent it. I don't know if it's a real number, so I don't know where the allegedly fits in. But yes,
It's Jackie, like Villanueva or something, right?
Yeah.
So the new postmaster in Tampa, I think she's been on the gig for about a year or so.
maybe a couple of years
And
now.
her name is Jackie, and somebody apparently, Jacqueline Villamayer Marie, but anyway.
She took the oath about 2 years ago.
Oh,
So
wow.
June 24th,
Wow.
2022.
With my missing tax payments mailed at the Tampa, Maine post office and me not getting any. Listen, I even called down there and got some administrative assistant that said they would have someone get back to me. I heard nothing.
They
So,
mailed you a letter. You just haven't gotten it
I
yet.
am not very. I'm not very happy. I even made email and phone contact with an administrative assistant who said that, yeah, we're going to get someone on the case. Someone will contact you. I never heard a word. Never got no response. Nothing. And then and my tracker tracer, nothing's going on there. And Fester, this is allegedly the phone number for the postmaster Jackie. Well, let's call her up.
All right.
A 407 number, 252. All right, Fester, go ahead and pick up the phone and see if she picks up. Hotline number 1. Pick it up. See if we can have a little conversation. Is it ringing, Fester?
It is ringing. I'm on the second ring now.
All right, Fester is monitoring it off the air, so maybe she'll pick up and we can get permission to talk to her on the air. But apparently we have the...
Hey, is this Postmaster Jacqueline?
I think Fester's
Hey, this is Fester from the MJ Morning Show on Q105 in Tampa. No. Of course not. We always talk to him.
No.
You just
we
Alec
would,
Baldwin.
we
Oh,
would
yeah.
like to speak with you, though.
She just said, are we on the air right now? No, we're off the air. All you're hearing is Fester's side of the conversation. Tell her that MJ's 2 tax payments got lost on April 15th and
Okay, I'll tell you
nothing.
what, listen, hold on. Listen, I understand that, Postmaster. Do they address you as Postmaster? Okay, Jackie, thank you.
We're going right to the top here.
Could you just talk to MJ and just tell him you can't talk right now, but you can talk to him when you get back to town?
Can we just say hello?
Can we say bye?
Can we just say hi?
Okay.
Can I just say...
Okay, we'll give you we'll touch back. When are you back in town?
Fester. You stink.
Okay.
All right, Fester's
Have
speak.
Got
a
shut down.
wonderful trip to Indianapolis, and we'll reach out again next week.
Tell her to go to Big Red's Liquors.
Thank you, Postmaster. All right, bye-bye. All right.
All right, Fester was just speaking to Jackie, the Tampa postmaster, about my missing tax payments, my missing priority mail letters. All right, so what'd she just say?
First question out of the gate is:
Are we on the air right now?
On the air, and the answer is
no.
She is not.
No,
absolutely
only
not.
Fester's side of the conversation was audible here on the MJ Morning Show.
She is in Indianapolis at the Postmasters
Convention.
Postmaster Convention. Yeah, some convention.
really?
In Indianapolis.
No way.
She is.
Well,
walking-
you need to call her back and tell her they need to discuss my missing priority mail tax payments.
So she
Since
said,
April 15th, missing. Not even a word on the tracer. Nothing.
amazingly, the postmaster said at 7:13 in the morning. Is Indianapolis Eastern time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 7:13 in the morning.
Yeah.
She's walking into a meeting.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take her at her
That's
word.
an early go.
Was
early
she,
meeting.
Was she aware of the MJ Morning Show on Q105 Radio?
She repeated my name back to me like it wasn't the first time she heard it.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
And she didn't know to say, I don't know. I didn't get into all that. You heard what I said to her. She asked that we contact her office. I alluded that we would contact her more directly.
I've already contacted
Right.
like her administrative assistant. I never heard back.
I think, MJ, at this time, maybe a personal text from you directly to the postmaster, maybe toward the end of the week, explaining that we have tried to contact her office.
Isn't it postmastress?
I think master
It's
is
post mistress.
No,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
don't say
Text her
that.
that. Say thank you, postmistress.
Post mistress.
I even tried to confirm how she's addressed because I didn't want to
But
not.
listen,
you know,
I
Mr.
still have to go
President,
through the hoops. I have all kinds of issues. The post office has created all kinds of problems for me because I electronically sent my 2 payments, my tax due, and I had a pretty big tax due because of some activity last year, and then my estimated quarterly. So we're talking about reasonable chunks of money here, and this causes me undue stress and strain because now the IRS is going to want to hit me with interest and penalties, and my CPA, my accountant, is going to have to go through all the hoops of like, here's the receipt, here's the tracking information, it was lost by the IRS, so we got to go through that whole rigmarole here.
If you dial down your enthusiasm a little bit, I'm sure you can reach out directly to the postmaster and come to some kind of resolution, even though it will probably be unacceptable for you.
Oh, guess who's about to
Run late?
what?
Oh, you're just running late. I want to be a good producer.
No, I'm running late.
I just wanted to see.
I'm going to tease what's coming up.
Ooh, tease me.
Guess who's about to be completely re-energized on one of his hobbies?
Who?
That'd be you, Froggy.
Oh,
Ooh,
me.
wow.
When we get back, and there's breaking Fester news. Folks, there is massive breaking Fester news.
Well, if it relates to Fester, it's always massive.
That hurts.
Ladies and gentlemen, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. And trust me, you're going to want to be listening the minute we get back because we're door-to-door, packed, wall-to-wall, completely jammed up. Hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ is next. Stand by. Internet. 7:27 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, we have an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ starting right now. All right, 7:27. I'm about 2 minutes past where I like to start it. However, you don't get cheated. You still get over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ beginning right this very moment. All right, Froggy, let me just right into it. Let me just get right into what's going to light up Froggy's life.
Really?
You are going to love this story. This is going to reinvigorate you. This, Froggy.
I need some vigor.
This is going to give you a new mission. You're going to love this.
Interesting.
A couple was magnet fishing.
Ooh.
Pulled up a safe with about $100,000 in it.
You know, that's crazy because I've seen a lot of safes been pulled up.
And they're empty. Yeah. This story says that. This is huge. I saw this over the weekend, and I'm like, oh, my God, Froggy is going to freak out.
Is the money still good?
Well, there's a lot more to the story. Why don't you just kick back? It's MJ story time.
I've got about 14 of those magnets.
Dude, when's the last time you went magnet fishing?
It's been a while. It's been about a year, probably. I need to get it back out there.
Told you. This story is going to reinvigorate. This is going to pump some new high-octane fuel into Froggy's little magnet fishing tank. Why don't you explain for a second exactly what magnet fishing is for those that do not know?
Well, magnet fishing is basically you get a high pull-powered magnet. Mine is a 1,000-pound magnet, and you tie it to a big, long line, and you throw it into open water, and then you bring it back, and you get whatever's magnetized, and it goes over.
Any metal, right?
Yeah. Like I found a gun one time.
It would be a ferrous metal. Whatever is a ferrous metal and is attracted to a magnet. And we've talked about this.
Because I found the gun that was scratched out with the serial numbers, obviously used in a crime of some sort.
Froggy and his friend were magnet fishing underneath the Dunedin Causeway.
I don't want to talk about where we found it.
Dude, what do you care about where you found it? What do you think?
Because somebody was obviously hurt by it.
Somebody gonna track you down and rub you out? Where's the gun now?
I'm not at liberty to tell you what the gun is right now. But yes, it was under the Dunedin Pass Causeway, whatever.
Is it at Lou's house?
No, Lou wasn't with me.
Okay.
Who was your fishing pal?
I'm not at liberty to tell you.
Oh, will you stop it?
It was Brian.
Who?
Brian.
So you were magnet fishing with Brian.
Yeah.
And
who works with Fesser, actually.
Matillo?
Yeah.
No, let's say
Brian
his last
Matillo
name,
has
too.
the gun?
No, he doesn't have it.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying that he was with me.
Breaking news.
No. He does not have it.
Oh, my God.
Brian's got a gun.
Well,
Brian's got a gun.
He sure does, but not that one.
He's about to come undone.
Didn't you look up what kind it was?
It
was like a Chinese gun.
Yeah, I think it was Czechoslovakian or something. Anyway.
Some Czech murdered somebody.
But here's the deal. You guys find a gun with its serial number scratched off, and you guys don't call the cops?
Well, I've seen enough videos
what's
to
the
where
matter with you
the
guys?
cops don't want to be bothered. Take a call from a cop right now and ask them. I'm sure they've dealt with magnet fishing. Yeah. Anytime people bring something up, they're like, really? You got to bother us with this?
Hey,
it's
pal,
a rocket?
If you find a gun in the water while
they're
magnet
not going to
fishing,
investigate.
I'm sure the cops...
If you're a cop, call up right now.
I'm sure the cops would love to hear from you if you find a gun.
Dude, watch some of the videos.
Yeah,
the cops come and they're like, there's nothing we could do.
I watched a bunch of magnet fishing videos because of Froggy.
Thank you.
And they
can run ballistics on it and see if the gun can be matched with a crime.
I've never seen them take it.
They find the gun, right? They'll take it.
They'll
but
dispose
they're
of
like,
it.
all right, thanks. Because the gun has like barnacles on it or it's corroded.
You
or it's
might be able to match.
Years.
Let's say if an unsolved murder and you've got the bullet, you can match the bullet striations to the barrel of the gun.
Yeah, if it's kept on a shelf, but if it's kept in the bottom of a murky lake for 12 years,
ask a cop,
not.
dude. I'm telling you, they will not take it.
We need like CSI Tampa Bay or something.
I saw a guy who found like a basket full of like rockets or old like missiles,
like military
stuff. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh my God, I found a bomb, and we got to call the cops." And the cops come, and they're like, "This is such a pain in the ass." Like, we don't. Thank you.
CSI Tampa, man.
Yes.
They won't investigate.
Let me get back to the story. Froggy, this is incredible.
But this is this is pretty outrageous.
This happened in Queens, New York, in Corona Park. I've been there. I think I flew drones with Julian there. There's like this little area. You can't fly drones in Manhattan, and we were up there for a while. There's this park where you can actually fly drones. It might be Corona Park.
Corona Park?
Yeah, this might be where we were. Listen, this is insane. A Queens, New York couple pulled up a safe with $100,000 of cash inside in a lake in Corona Park while magnet fishing. James Kane and Barbie Agostini, they threw the line with the strong pull magnet
That's right.
on the other end into the water on Friday afternoon. They felt it attached to something heavy.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yeah, they felt some bulk. They then pull up this old safe. They were able to pry the safe open. Inside, stacks of freaking hundreds.
Oh, man.
And by the way, that's a quote. That is a quote from James Kane. He gave an interview to New York One, which is like their it's like their Bay News 9 up there. It's called New York One. And he says it has 2 stacks of freaking hundreds, big stacks. He told the cable news channel.
So what happens to the money?
Well, hang on a
He was
minute.
an idiot for reporting it.
Kane is a veteran magnet fisherman,
That's right.
and he and Agostini have found lots of stuff in the past. Listen to this. They've found numerous safes.
Yeah.
Apparently, what is going on? Why do
People just dispose of safes, I
Why
guess.
do people throw safes in the water?
I don't know why would they would do it with cash in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to mess with magnet fishermen?
Most of them are empty.
Yeah.
But he pulls up this safe, and inside is this pile of $100 bills. They called the NYPD just to like cover their butts to make sure they didn't end up in any kind of legal trouble. The cops show up. They check out this safe with the money inside. They told the couple, hey, we've never seen anything like this. There's no way to ID the money. There's no identification on the safe. So the cops apparently said, hey, finders keepers.
What? Did they
There
finish
was-
that sentence?
There was no there was no indication of any foul play. They just found a safe with $100,000 in cash in stacks of $100 bills.
Wow.
That's foul play right there.
But hang on a minute.
To what?
The money is like totally wet and almost coming apart. I mean, you can still see.
so what? They wash money.
Well, listen to this.
If you bring back a tattered $100 bill to a bank with both sides of the
Yeah, they'll typically exchange it for you.
with a serial number.
Yeah,
right?
well, let me expand on that in just a second. So, this couple now has about $100,000, but the money is all waterlogged and it's like blackened. It's coming apart, but it's still like in stacks.
Bust out that hair dryer.
Like the money is somewhat deteriorating, but you can clearly see the stacks of $100 bills. You can see serial numbers. The edges are like all coming apart and kind of blackened from the water. It's all waterlogged. However, you can go to the Treasury. If you can go to a bank, if let's say you find let's say you have a RIP 20 or a RIP 100, or if you have the requisite amount, the right percentage of the bill, like both sides with serial numbers, you can get a new note. Because the Treasury Department, they'll take it back. You can exchange it. So what they need to do, and I'm sure they've done research, if they've got $100,000 of really beat up, nasty currency, they can contact the U.S. Bureau of Engraving and Printing, part of the Treasury, if I'm not mistaken. They can get this replaced.
Yeah. Oh, you would think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any foul play. I don't think there's nothing to suggest that. Now, listen, in all likelihood, you've got a safe with $100,000 in the bottom of a lake in Corona Park in Queens.
And it's the newer style hundreds.
Oh, it is.
It's not like it's been under there for
you know what?
50 years.
Thanks for reminding me about that. I meant to point that out.
It's not old.
It's not the old style $100 bills. It's the new style hundreds.
Wow.
Why would somebody do this?
So what's the story here? Why do you have a safe with $100,000 in cash in the bottom of this lake in Queens, New York, in Corona Park?
Okay, was somebody coming after them and they're like, just get rid of the money?
Again, there's some backstory here.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what the story is?
That's what magnet fishing. That's what makes it so exciting.
But, now that this story's out there, I wonder if, the mob's going to be after them or something. Or, let's see. It's James Kane and Barbie Agostini.
See, that's what you think. I'm not saying about the gun, stupid.
Maybe, hey, Lou, maybe we need to pay them a visit.
Some guy's like, I think they found my gun.
Hey, Lou, we know who's got the $100,000. Maybe we need to pay them a visit, Lou. Yeah.
Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too.
He's also a mobster.
Yeah.
All right, so I wonder if they're going to be contacted by people that are saying, oh, that's my safe. It fell off.
Lost it.
It lost my safe.
Sorry.
Yeah. It fell out of my truck and bounced into the lake or something.
Yeah, or I meant to bring my tackle box and I brought my safe instead and it fell off the boat.
I saw a video of a dude was magnet fishing, brings up a body in chains.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
So
MJ,
there is all kinds of surprises.
Listen, if you want a fun night of just a YouTube rabbit hole, MJ, seriously, pour yourself a glass of whiskey and watch some magnet fishing videos. If you want to,
Or let's go magnet fishing.
at-home night. It's a fun rabbit hole to get into.
You can probably
on
magnet
YouTube.
fish your backyard and find something cool.
I'll tell you what. After telling this story about this couple that just found a safe with $100,000 in it in Queens on Friday, we've just alerted a whole bunch of listeners that are probably going to try to do some magnet fishing research and buy themselves a magnet on a rope.
Well, good luck because it's an art form, all right? It's not just throwing a magnet, actually. It
to
is.
go trolling.
It's an art form.
Look, I found a shopping cart from like the 60s one time I pulled up.
Really?
Yeah, it was cool.
It's pretty cool.
That's neat.
See? Cool stuff. Different stuff.
We have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This is breaking news on the MJ Morning Show. You're not going to believe this. Fester, am I the only one that knows about this thus far?
Andrew knows.
What's going on?
Froggy doesn't know.
No.
You son of you.
Roxanne doesn't know.
No.
You tell Andrew something before me?
No.
I know, and now apparently Andrew knows. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news.
I didn't tell Andrew before I told you. Friday after work, I left my wallet,
Your wallet?
my phone wallet, my wallet.
Oh, you meant to say that.
Yeah.
A
I left
wallet.
my
You said that on purpose.
my wallet.
Is that new?
No, I've had this for like 6 months. This is awesome.
Wallet.
It's a phone, right? It's my phone,
Yeah.
and then all my stuff is right here. Is my license.
That's
and,
cool.
A
and
little flap opens up
Wallet.
off the back, and you got credit cards
That's cool
in there.
until you lose your phone.
I don't know what to call this, right? So I call it. It's my wallet, and it's my,
My
phone,
phone
wallet.
wallet.
Right? And
Yeah.
I left it at the radio station, and Andrew was kind enough to bring it back to Tampa. And by the time I saw him to
Hold
get
on,
my
you
wallet,
left. Wait a minute, you left your phone at the station
Yeah.
on Friday?
it was sitting on the desk, and I'm like, oh crap, I got to drive all the way back. And we had a lot of stuff to do on Friday, so I called Andrew, and he was kind enough to bring it closer to my side of town, and I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Are you guys
Well-
ready for the breaking news?
Yes.
Sure.
Fester caved.
I didn't cave. I didn't cave. It was a coup. It was a coup. You cave. If there's a coup,
wait a minute.
If there's a coup against you and you are the victim, have you caved? No, you've been attacked.
Fester.
No way.
Yep, Froggy. Do you know what it is?
I think I do.
What do you think it is?
I think you're getting yourself a little puppy.
That's right.
Yay! Get
Well,
a Frenchie.
Apparently,
We already
no.
got it.
Apparently,
We already got
they haven't.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is it?
This is not just Fester has agreed to, or Fester finally got bullied into getting a dog for Allison and the kids.
What kind of a mutt did you
So
get?
now
I wish.
Fester has a new dog. I know nothing about this. I am going to hear this story for the very first time, at least the details. All I know is that Fester got a dog.
It's not going to be as exciting when I got Miss Elizabeth.
I know nothing about it.
It's not.
All right, Fester's family, the kids Hadley and Hudson
They
and
deserve a
Allison,
dog.
they've been begging Fester for a dog, and Fester's been Mr. Grumpy. We're not getting a dog.
We're not getting a dog.
At the beach house, they were playing with my doggies. They love the puppies.
So, Fester, what happened? Tell us how, when, why. Give us all the details.
All right, so my old lady tells me.
Stop calling
sure she
Allison
loves
your
that.
old lady.
Well, my old lady tells me she's going out with my daughter like on Wednesday. I'm like, okay. So on the Tesla app, I can track everywhere she goes, and I see they go to like.
Does it tell you when it bursts into flames?
Yeah, it does. It does. It tells you when it's about to burst.
Or
Don't
when
tell me
they-
you went to a pet store.
Or when the autonomous driving drives into a wall? Does it tell you that?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
You're dead. You're dead.
Okay, go
Hit
ahead.
wall.
Tell us the story.
Yeah, so I see where she is, and she's at like some of these pet stores, and I'm like, oh no. So I call her and I say, hey, where are you? And she's like, I'm out. And I'm like, oh God. And I'm like, leave now. Get back in the car. Come home.
Jeez,
And she's like,
how mean are
and she's
you?
like, you don't own me. And she didn't. But they spent a couple hours looking at these. So they had doggy fever. And then my wife tells me Friday after the morning show, because she couldn't call me because I left my phone here at the station. I get home and she's like, what are you doing today? And I'm like, why? She's like,
she doesn't sound like
she
that.
sounds just like this. She's like, what are we doing today?
She doesn't sound like she's in that movie White Girls.
And I was like, what's up? She goes, we have to take a drive to Lakeland. And I'm like, okay, what's in Lakeland? And
I'll tell you what's in Lakeland. America's cobbler, Jim out there.
I should have.
Jim McFarland,
I
the best shoe guy in the world's in Lakeland.
I would rather have gone to see him and put my face on his belt sander that he uses to refinish soles than do what we had to do. She's like, I was like, what's in Lakeland? And she's like, we're going to look at a dog. And I'm like, no,
How
we're
did
not.
she find the dog in Lakeland?
She, I guess on a lot of these people who breed these dogs are on Instagram and
Right.
have very active pages, and you can kind of customize the breed you're looking for, or the boutique breed or
Aw.
whatever. You can find if you typed in Jack Russell Terriers into Instagram, you would see a bunch of breeders that
Yep.
you probably don't know about who do a great job around the country. That you know.
All right,
So
so
she found this person through
All right, what precipitated that? And what was this Friday?
Friday. Yes.
So this is after you got your phone back?
Yeah. Oh no, before the phone, because I saw Andrew after the phone because he saw me with.
Then how'd your wife get a hold of you if you didn't have your phone?
I was home. She couldn't call me on the ride home, and then she's like,
I'm confused.
"No, I leave the phone at work. I drive home, get home about an hour after the show." And she's like, "I've been trying to call you," and I'm like, "Yeah, I left my phone at work." She's, "Yeah, okay, I figured."
She
And-
doesn't sound like that.
and then
Stop talking like that.
Eventually, she says, "We have to drive to Lakeland." No, she doesn't say we have to drive. She goes, "We're going to Lakeland today," and I'm like, "Who's we?" She goes, "Me and the two kids. You're welcome to come or not."
How did she find the dog in Lakeland to go look at?
Through Instagram.
Okay.
And she contacted the person who
so you-
raises them or breeds them.
So this was a purchase or a rescue?
It was a purchase.
So you bought a dog on Friday, or out? Did you go with them?
I couldn't have my whole life crumble around me
All
and
right,
not
so
be a witness
you went
to
with
it.
him.
Yes,
All right.
I went. I
What,
drove.
what kind of dog did you get?
A Bernie Doodle.
What?
What's that? A Bernie
A
Doodle?
Saint Bernard
No, it's a
Poodle?
a Bernese mountain dog.
A
Bernie
a-
Doodle?
a
Poodle.
Burmese python and a dog?
Yeah, it's a python and a poodle, which I would have been awesome with.
Oh,
I
they're
would
cute.
I would love to have a 14-foot dog snake slithering
Yeah.
around the yard.
You got a doodle?
A Bernie Doodle.
So you got a Franken dog.
Yeah.
You got a designer test tube dube.
I learned that it was
Test tube
yeah. It was,
What
it was-
color? What color?
Oh my
It's-
gosh, they're so furry.
It's
Yeah.
black with it's a black dog with like
White or brown?
it has very little white, but it has
How
mostly
old's
I
the
like
puppy?
that color.
brown around the face.
Yeah,
How
I
old?
like that.
10 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is the fun time. He's going to be pooping everywhere.
Yeah.
And have you named the dog yet?
Oh, the name. The name.
Oh, geez.
What you just saying? This
What-
dog looks like it's going to be hot outside.
What is the name of the dog?
We went if I told you the whole
Just-
car ride was a million different names and we settled on Mabel. And the dog's name is Mabel.
You named the dog.
Miss-
What the?
Mabel.
Miss
You
Mabel.
named the dog Miss Mabel?
Miss Mabel.
Oh,
Because
she needs to meet Miss Elizabeth.
we're going to Miss Elizabeth is the reason why it's Miss Mabel.
Who
I love it.
came up with Mabel?
I love it.
My wife is just spitting out all these dumb names as we're
What,
driving out to
Did she have
Lakeland.
an Aunt Mabel?
I think it's a good name.
She had a I think it's a great grandmother named Mabel.
There has not been a Mabel born in this country since 1912.
And that was the other part of it, MJ, because we're thinking of names, right?
Yeah.
And every name we could think of kind of reminded us of something. We couldn't give it a proper name. I couldn't name it Johnny because I have some dumb neighbor named Johnny. I couldn't name it Teddy because the dog around the block is Teddy.
Well-
I couldn't name it Michael because I think of Froggy every time.
That would've been funny
I couldn't
if you
name
named
it
it
Todd because of you. I couldn't name it Roxanne. So a lot of these names, I thought of another name. My daughter's my wife said, "What about Reagan?" And then my kid's like, "There's a Reagan in my class." Boom!
Yes.
That name is I know, right?
Yes.
So, I tried, and I wanted to name the dog Pickles.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
I got outvoted 3-1. Everybody hated it. I'm like, fine. So my wife went with Hazel. She was what about
Hazel?
Hazel. I go
God,
Hazel.
Mabel Hazel?
I have
Okay.
two kids.
Jeez.
I have Hadley Hudson Hazel. No.
All right, I got to move along. Anyway,
Hazel.
Congratulations.
good luck with the dog.
Yeah, Hazel worked into
good,
Mabel.
good luck. Good luck with the potty training and all that stuff. All right,
Thanks.
moving along here on the
I-
MJ Morning
I
Show.
got a dog story for you at some point.
All right.
What's your dog story?
We got a new dog in my mom's family this weekend. And guess what we named it? Daviana named it.
Mabel.
What?
Chloe.
You named the dog Chloe?
Yeah, Daviana did.
After my daughter?
I mean, she just loves that name. So she
But
named
does she know that I
it's
have a
rescue
daughter?
pug.
Does your daughter know that I have a kid named Chloe?
I think she does.
All
I mean,
right.
she listens.
Okay.
She's heard it before.
I
So
remember-
we saw rescue pug Chloe.
You want to know something that I was aware of while we were naming the dog?
What?
A story that you told years ago
What is that?
that you have a friend who has a kid named Bella, and then the neighbor got a dog
And
and
named
named
it
it
Bella.
Bella.
Yeah.
And then every day, like at 6 o'clock,
Bella!
Bella! Bella! And like, you,
right.
you could hear it in his house, his kid's name being shouted. So
Yeah.
names that have any association with anything,
That goes back like, what,
Yeah.
12 years ago?
I've always
that's
been
a while ago.
But I've always
Yeah.
been aware of
Yeah,
that.
no, that's-
You name a dog, you can't have it tied to anything. So any Mabel is dead for 200 years.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
Guess what? The same friends of ours that went on vacation and there were bed bugs. And when they came back from vacation, they put their luggage in the garage.
Right?
And remember, they had like a big Toyota Land Cruiser or a big Toyota Highlander. And they had the luggage in the garage, and it was behind the SUV in the garage because they didn't want to bring the bed bug
bugs into the
luggage
house.
into the house. And remember, our friend, the wife, she backs up and didn't know that the luggage was behind the vehicle. The luggage got lodged underneath her SUV, and she's driving down Davis Islands Boulevard,
Oh my gosh.
dragging the luggage under the car.
Hey, that's one way to get rid of bed bugs.
All right. So moving along on the MJ Morning Show. Yeah, this is a crazy story. Did you hear about the teenager that bit the cops in the dicks?
Dick's story? What?
I mean, listen.
I guess no one's heard the story.
Every
Wait a minute.
scene.
Teenage girl bit the cops in the dicks.
It's not how he planned that thing going down, huh?
No, it was in Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh.
yeah.
Guys, what's the
okay,
matter? What's the
okay,
matter with you
okay.
I
guys?
thought you meant
Right by
she-
the Stanley Cup
What's,
display.
what's the matter with you guys? Yeah, we got a shoplifting story out of Pennsylvania.
How did that police report read?
A teenage girl accused of kicking and biting officers in dicks.
Ouch.
Yeah. What, guys, why does your mind have to immediately gravitate to something dirty?
I love dicks.
The cops were bitten in dicks, all right?
My favorite sport is a good
I
story.
mean, Froggy goes to Dick's, what, 2-3 times a week?
Not anymore.
Police responded in Pennsylvania. This is the Abington Township in Pennsylvania. Where is that? Can you Google Maps that?
Was it Abington?
Abington.
Abington, Abington. Abington Township, Pennsylvania. Cops responded to Dick's Sporting Goods on Moreland Road. Cops arrived. Employees said they spotted 5 teenage girls stealing merchandise and putting the merch in bags. Dick's Sporting Goods has store security. According to the police chief, they observed 5 females working together, selecting items and concealing them in bags without making any effort to stop at the register to pay. Police then confronted the girls as they attempted to abscond and leave the store. It was all captured on body camera video from the cops. When an officer's in full uniform and we receive information about the reasonable suspicion or even probable cause that a crime may have been committed, we do have the authority to stop you, to identify you, and subsequently search you, according to Chief Malloy. One of the girls identified as an 18-year-old Sandy Reed of Philadelphia in possession of stolen items. As the officers tried to take her into custody, she resisted, tried to pull away.
Don't do that.
The officers then took Reed to the ground and tried to gain control of her hands as she continued to resist. Reed allegedly flailed her body, kicked an officer, and bit 2 of the officers in dicks. Bit the officers in the dicks.
How awful is that for the officers?
That won't happen at Florida Fishing Outfitters.
You want to work a plug in here?
That won't work. That won't happen.
Do they sell fishing magnets at Florida Fishing Outfitters?
Oh, I don't know. I gotta check that out. I gotta go and check. I didn't see a fishing magnet section.
Froggy's new sponsor. Froggy's got a new client. He's doing commercials for.
Have you seen the commercials that are like popping up on social media that Froggy's done with this place?
I have not.
They're
No,
fantastic.
You texted us about
People are
them.
saying I'm the new Anthony Sullivan.
They are really awesome.
Where
Hold
are
on.
they?
You shot social media. They're buying social media as well.
That's right, baby.
Yeah,
I
man.
haven't seen them yet.
It popped up on my Facebook feed, and now I see like
Wow.
3 or 4 of them. Like, this
It's because all you do is sit around on your Instagram messing with animals.
So this is a suburb of Philadelphia where the
Gotcha.
officers were bitten in the dicks.
All right.
Sporting goods.
All right.
Every season starts with dicks, like pregnancy season.
All right. Police recovered 54 stolen items.
Whoa.
Total value of $1,899.
What'd she steal?
Both of the officers that were bitten in the dicks required medical attention at the hospital. And if you're just tuning in, the cops were bitten inside Dick's Sporting Goods by shoplifters. All right? So they were bitten in the dicks. All right?
Would they steal like a kayak? What the hell did they steal for that much?
Well,
No,
50
54 items.
So a bunch of like $20
Oh,
items.
okay.
Yeah,
you know.
all right.
You know, you get some Under Armour shirts and shorts and
Yeah.
Some lures.
some Adidas socks. Yeah, both the officers were taken to the hospital. So Reed is charged with aggravated assault, escape, retail theft, receiving stolen property, resisting arrest, simple assault, and harassment. They did let her out on unsecured bail. Why the hell is she out on bail? Well, unsecured bail.
Did you pay for that Wilson volleyball, man?
And the other girls were charged as juvies because they were under 18. So there you go. Now you know the story about the cops getting bitten in the dicks in Pennsylvania, Dick's Sporting Goods.
I will say Dick's has some very competitive prices.
You know, you talk to any cop or you talk to any like loss prevention officer, sometimes you'll get some really nasty, aggressive shoplifters that will, I mean, totally fight back. They'll pull a knife on you.
Sure.
They don't want to get busted.
But they have their whole loss prevention team there. I mean, they'll stop you. I mean, you can't get one over on Dick's. You can't beat them.
All right, Fester, that's enough.
How many innuendos are you going for
I
there,
got
buddy?
1,000.
I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight has been postponed now.
I heard that too.
Don't get me started.
What do you know about this, Froggy? Because, Froggy, you were looking forward to this. It was like, what, July 20th?
Of course, I was looking forward to it. I'm a Jake Paul's biggest fan.
Froggy and I were kicking around the idea of making a little weekend trip to Dallas to go because it's going to be awesome.
Inside the Dallas Cowboys Stadium was to be the July 20th bout of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I think Mike Tyson would clean his clock. But now it's been postponed. We don't have any new date, I don't think. But
The date's going to be announced by the end of the week.
all right.
Is it because of my ulcers?
You know, it's because of the what?
Ulcers.
Is that?
Ulcers.
Is he saying ulcers?
Is it
Yeah,
because
what are you
of
saying?
my ulcers?
Dude, we did a story
I know.
last week.
I know with the story, but
Mike Tyson was on a flight. He was on a flight from Miami to Los Angeles, and he fell ill during the flight. They asked for a doctor, and they landed the plane. Everyone had to remain seated for like 20 minutes while the paramedics came on to help Mike Tyson. And apparently, he had some kind of an ulcer problem.
okay, when
He had an ulcer problem.
said ulcer in Mike Tyson voice, I understood it. When Froggy said,
I got oysters.
I didn't know what he said.
I got oysters.
I mean, does he have seafood? Does he have shellfish? Is that what Mike Tyson has?
I got some oysters. I can't fight.
You're saying by the end of this week, they're going to announce the new date for the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul Netflix boxing match,
Let's
right?
hope.
All right.
Let's hope.
We'll find out. I can't believe we have another Ozempic side effect.
Oh, no. What is it this time?
God, I mean, it's just nonstop. I mean, just think of all the different Ozempic side effects we've had in the last, couple of weeks. It's been story after story. There's been Ozempic butt, Ozempic boobs, Ozempic face, Ozempic slut.
Ozempic wiener.
No, seriously, we have all kinds of stuff. Now we have the latest.
Ozempic. Oh.
You're probably saying, what is Ozempic slut? Well, it's like slut shaming. Seriously, this is terrible. They're saying now one of the side effects of, and this is not the new one. I have a new one now. But the Ozempic slutty stuff is Ozempic apparently causes reckless behavior in some people. And it could be being very sexually promiscuous. So some people on Ozempic are turning into like Ozempic sluts.
It doesn't change.
And by the way, that's male and female. It goes both ways.
You know, this is interesting because didn't we also hear stories that Ozempic makes your addictions, you're able to control your alcohol abuse, for instance. Like if you love drinking alcohol, Ozempic makes you not want to drink alcohol.
I don't know. The story we had was that it causes reckless behavior.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
I'm talking about two addictions. I mean, they're different, but
I don't recall that. But hang on a minute. It's not just the Ozempic promiscuity as a side effect, but also with that, the reckless behavior. Apparently, it's causing some people to become compulsive gamblers as well. So, seriously.
Is that for real?
Yes, it's part of the reckless behavior. So you have Ozempic butt, where butts are going flat because you're losing all this weight. You've got Ozempic boobs, where the boobs are going flat because you're losing so much weight. You've got Ozempic face, where it's causing people to be very gaunt and withdrawn looking.
And that has to do with rapid weight loss.
Yeah, sunken face.
Okay.
Then you've got the Ozempic slutty stuff, where apparently some people are reporting that they're becoming very sexually promiscuous, and they're exhibiting reckless behavior, including the sexual promiscuity, but
now,
also
does that come from
also gambling. Also, reckless, compulsive gambling as well.
Okay, the promiscuity, does that come from being able to see your private parts? And you're like, all right, I can see them now. Now I want other people to see
I'm
them.
a big fat guy. I lose 50 pounds. I can see my junk for the first time since, the Clinton administration. I'm going to try to do something with it.
Some people taking Ozempic report losing their taste for alcohol altogether.
Okay,
So they lose
right.
their taste for alcohol, but they pick up a couple other bad habits.
I didn't even know that one, but I haven't even gotten to the new Ozempic side effect.
I know what it is.
What?
Ozemprick. Your wiener. No?
Yes, that's it.
Now it's Ozempic tongue. So
Ew.
add that to the body part list.
Right.
Sounds
Okay, well-
promiscuity related as well.
Yeah.
Ozempic tongue.
Does it give you a lizard tongue?
It gives you a forked tongue. No, Ozempic tongue changes the taste sensitivity and taste perception and the brain's response to sweet tastes. And apparently new research, which was just presented on Saturday, says that people with obesity often perceive tastes less intensely, and they have an inherently elevated desire for sweet and energy-dense food, said one of the researchers on the project. And now they're saying that obese women on Ozempic are having taste changes and their response to sweet flavors. And now we've got Ozempic tongue. It's turning into Ozempic everything.
Dude, I think Ozempic is such a trigger word for clickbait that you're going to see it until it's ground and beaten up into the ground. Right?
You ready for another one? Now now it's Ozempic hair.
I'll tell you what, your hair gets thinner.
No, it falls out. So now some people are saying that Ozempic is causing hair to fall out.
I literally meant thinner like as in less fat, not thinner as in falling out.
Here's a woman, Claudia Oshry, She talked about her hair loss experience. She said her hair did not thin. It started shedding. She said is worse. She did a Q&A. She's some kind of a content creator or something. This Claudia Oshry, she's affiliated with something called The Girl with No Job. I don't know what the hell that is, but she's somehow connected to The Girl with No Job, Claudia Oshry, and she did a Q&A, and she talked about being on Ozempic. It's making your hair fall out in clumps, like Sherman clumps.
Hercules.
Hercules. What movie was that?
That was the Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy. Yeah. So that's another side effect. Ozempic hair now. Unbelievable. It is 8:03 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. 8:03 MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM. If you could, folks, spread the word. Always want as many listeners as we possibly can get. And the system is busted. So, please, word of mouth, tell everyone you know that you listen to the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM. Don't just say Q105 because people confuse the 105. Tell everyone that you're listening to us on 104.7 FM, the MJ Morning Show. Simple as that. I've got to get to my wildlife update, and I've got 2 videos that I posted. I mentioned this at 6 o'clock this morning, and I got like 15 new followers. I didn't even tell people to follow me. So we've had a very busy 12 to 14 hours at my house. Yesterday, Chloe finished some studying because she's, studying for the LSAT, and she comes home, and then, of course, we're home, and she says, Dad, can we go get tacos? I'm like, why didn't you tell me this while I'm picking you up at your little study office that we rented for her? So we get home, and then she's like, can we go get tacos? So I got to go back out, and there is this bird, and I thought it was an old, sick bird, but no, it was a juvenile. It's a Cooper's hawk that I've since determined, because we called a bird rescue place, a Cooper's hawk was standing on a pilaster, in front of my house, where my fence is around my front, and it's just standing there, and it won't move, and we can get very close to it. You get 5 feet away, and the bird is just sitting there, and it's looking at us.
That's not normal.
And
right?
the feathers, I thought it just looked it looked disheveled, like something was wrong, like it was an old, but no, I've come to find out it was a juvenile, maybe 5 weeks old, that just left the nest, and it might have been its first flight. And they can't fly that high, so it must have been able to jump out of the tree and fly and just kind of land on my pilaster, my front fence area in front of my house. So we go up to the bird. We're taking some pictures, shot some, I've got to post one of the other pictures up because I posted the video from this morning. Here's what happened. The bird then flew across the street very low into the neighbor's yard. I'm like, uh-oh. I thought the bird was an old, sick bird. So Michelle gets a hold of some of the rescue people. Remember we had the pelican? Gets a hold of the pelican lady. I then find some raptor rescue here in Tampa Bay.
What was the animal you had before that Chloe brought out to a place in Brandon?
That was another. We've all
was that the raptor rescue place?
I can't remember, but Chloe found something, and then we've had all kinds of like rescues in my yard, in my neighborhood. So we come to find out that it's a juvenile Cooper's hawk. It's a baby. And remember on my Instagram last week, I posted this huge bird, which I thought was a peregrine falcon. But I think that was the mother falcon. So the mother hawk, rather, it was an adult Cooper's hawk. But apparently the nest must be right in my yard or right near my house. So the bird flies across and then is just standing on the ground. The rescue people told me last night that this juvenile might not make it through the night because a stray cat, a raccoon.
It's easy pickings.
It is easy pickings. I mean, this is typically a predator, but it's a baby still.
I mean, if you got within 4 or 5 feet of it.
Guess what? So I go at the suggestion of the rescue folks who couldn't get out at 10 o'clock last night.
Oh, what are they doing?
So they tell me what to do, grab a towel, try to put it in a box. So we found the bird standing in the neighbor's yard, just on the ground. And I have a towel. I go and I grab the bird. It didn't squawk. It didn't put up a fight. It was like the easiest thing. It was like taking candy from a baby. I picked up the baby bird, and it's pretty good size, and I put it in a box. And then we brought it home, and we put it on the upstairs balcony to get it up high. So I have a balcony outside if the bird wants to fly up on the railing, and then maybe the parents can come and help the bird out. So this was last night about 10 o'clock. Bring the bird to the house, put it on the balcony on our second floor, and this morning at 5 a.m., when I was leaving the house, the bird is still there. So I shot this video. Go ahead and unmute it, Fester, would you please? It's a juvenile, we found out, by calling one of the rescue people, and he could have been the victim of a predator last night. So we got him and put him outside up on our balcony, and we're going to see if he gets reunited with his mother, I guess, who might be teaching him how to fly. All right, so I shot the video. This is 5 o'clock this morning out on my second-story balcony, and you can see this little baby Cooper's hawk. So I think the rescue people might come out later today, and I'll call them after the show, but it's pretty safe on the balcony. So that's video number one. It's on my Instagram. If you want to see the cute little video from 5 o'clock this morning, go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio.
Do you carry any mealworms at the house or anything, some cracked corn, or I don't know?
They eat like rodents. They eat like small animals, and they also, they're predators. They go after little small birds as well.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. All right. So if that's not enough, 3 minutes after I leave my house, I'm driving through the neighborhood, maybe 2 minutes, and there's a freaking baby possum in the road right in front of me. I'm like, what is going on? It's MJ's Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom this morning. Let's check with Froggy downstream. Hey, Froggy.
Hey, I got a salmon right here. Look at that.
So I've got a possum in the road. And the possum is going to get run over. I stop. I get out of the car. I'm crawling on my knees on the road in my neighborhood. I've got the phone right on the ground. This is a little baby possum. I'm 2 inches away from his face. I'm shooting video. Now, that video is also up on my Instagram. Go ahead and bring up that audio. Wild Kingdom this morning. Here we go. Now we have a little baby opossum. What's going on with little animals here in my neighborhood this morning? Look at this guy. Dude. Hey, buddy. Did you lose mommy? Did you lose mommy? You little marsupial menace. Look at this. Little baby opossum. Or possum. Dude, you okay? I better get you out of the road or else you're going to get run over. Oh, dude. Are you okay?
You're so sweet.
I mean, it's great video. I mean, I'm 2 inches from the little critter's face.
You talk nice to animals.
Yeah,
hey, MJ, I know why they don't have rabies.
Let me tell you what I did real quick.
That thing is ugly.
So I didn't pick it up. I didn't have gloves. I probably could have just picked the thing up. But I used my cell phone, and I kind of scooted him back into the yard.
You don't want to pick that thing up.
I scooted him like halfway into a neighbor's yard into the grass. So hopefully he continued like into the bushes or the shrubs or wherever, little possum condo he lives in. Hopefully he didn't walk back. Hopefully I don't go home today and he's like squashed like a pancake in the road. But look at this, like 2 animal rescues within hours in my neighborhood at my house. 2 videos. Go check them out on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And if you don't follow my Instagram, give me a follow because you never know what the hell's going to pop up on my Instagram. Oh, I might have hit the wall on the video with the kid running away from the Spirit Airlines employee a week ago at Tampa International.
Oh, where'd you top out at?
Yeah, the unaccompanied minor video took off like a rocket. And this kid was running away. He was an unaccompanied minor coming in from the Fort Lauderdale flight. I was going from Tampa to Fort Lauderdale on the turnaround, and the kid came in from Fort Lauderdale, and the adult that was supposed to pick him up at the airport in Tampa had not arrived. So you've got the flight attendants and the gate agents have to babysit this kid, like 6 years old, and the kid is running, tearing through. They're running after him. So one of the chases was like full sprint going after the kid. And I didn't get that one on video, but I got two subsequents on video. One of them, Fester, and I think I topped out here. The first one.
Right. The first one where he's kind of running away, then you can see this exhausted.
That's at 484,000.
All right.
I'm like, can I get to 500,000?
It'll trickle
Come
in.
on, can I get to 500,000? I've got 484,000 views. Total viral video.
What happens when you get to 500,000?
You get to hear about
Your
it.
phone explodes.
Mark Zuckerberg calls up and talks dirty to you.
Ooh.
Congratulations. Pull down those pants.
What are you wearing right now?
You wearing your khaki pants?
All right, so
I can't do sloshy.
go
can.
to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, Certified MJ Radio. All right, so you were about to say, because earlier somebody said, oh, don't touch the possum, you might get rabies. And I said, I don't think that possums or opossums, I don't think they are known to carry rabies. And you're telling me, Roxanne, since early this morning, you've done some possum rabies research?
Oh, yeah. I got a fun fact for you. A fun
Yeah.
possum
All right.
fact.
Oh, hurry up.
It's, no, you told me to hurry up.
Yes, yeah.
I'm taking my time. They're too cold. Their body temperatures are too low. That's why they don't get rabies.
That's a fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
MJ, I wouldn't pick it up because I would associate this to be as filthy as a rat.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't pick up a rat
That
if
thing
it was in
will
the middle of the
bite
street.
you.
My neighborhood is crawling with possums.
And Cooper
Okay.
hawks apparently to eat the possums.
But I mean, let me call Michelle quickly. Hang on. Because I wanted to check and make sure that our Cooper's Hawk is still on the second floor balcony.
Every time you say Cooper's Hawk, I just get hungry for a nice plate of pasta and glass of wine.
Isn't that a place over
Cooper's
on
Hawk Ranch?
Boy Scout?
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle.
Yes,
Hey, did you check on the Hawk? Is he still out on the balcony?
he's still out there.
When did you last check on him?
Just a little bit ago.
Is he just huddled in the corner still?
Hold on, let me take a
Yeah, drag the phone over. It'll reach over to the side balcony door.
You spelled opossum wrong, by the way.
What?
It is OP.
No, both are acceptable.
No, they're not.
Well, she's down with OPP.
Possums are from Australia, and OPs are from North America.
Well, that's
See?
why I said possum or opossum.
Well, get it right.
I'm getting corrected
Oh,
on
no,
my.
I think he's gone. I
What?
think he's gone.
Oh, no.
Hold on, he's gone?
Yeah, I think he's gone.
He's not there?
No, I got to go outside. All right, goodbye.
Oh,
guys.
no. Drag the phone. It'll
The
reach.
phone doesn't go that far.
Hold on a minute. He's
The phone
gone?
doesn't go that
Just
far.
hold the phone and shout.
No. He's gone. All right, let me go.
Why?
Is everything
I'm
okay?
going to go investigate. Please let me go.
I
God, who
call me
cares?
back.
All right, goodbye.
Bye. All right, so the Cooper's Hawk is gone from the balcony. So maybe he's waiting for daylight.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We read this last night. Cooper's Hawks have very bad eyesight at night. I think
They have night
daytime.
blindness. Okay.
Daytime, they are like they're laser eyed.
Oh.
Like hawks.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what Yeah.
So you
Like hawks.
you can see like a hawk during the day, but apparently it's like blind as a bat at night.
But you know the old
Yeah.
Cooper's Hawk adage, fly by day, get away, fly at night, quite a fright. So they say that all the time.
Where the hell did you get that?
Just made it up.
Did you really?
Yep.
Wow.
Like a second grade poet.
Anytime our kids spot something, we're like, you got that Hawkeye. Good job.
Guess what's going on with Generation Z?
What?
Generation Z is vaping so much, they're aging horrifically. So vaping is aging Generation Z. I read a whole story about this over the weekend. Gen Z, those are people born between 1997 and 2012, and Gen Z has become one of the heaviest demographics for vaping. And one of the side effects is sallow skin.
What is sallow?
Why don't you
that like-
why don't you look it up and learn a little bit?
Why don't I just
type in the word sallow?
Is
Why
it
don't-
sunken in, yellow, shallow?
Remember
Gray.
Remember Kramer with the cigar leathery face? Type in sallow skin. All right.
Yes. It's yellow.
It's like jaundiced,
Yes.
yellowed. It's a loss of the natural complexion. So the CDC, they're saying that people aged 18 to 24 were most likely to use e-cigarettes, even more so than millennials. But you've got the Gen Z, then you get the millennials that are doing the bulk of the vaping. And Gen Z, they're prematurely aging themselves. They're getting yellowed, jaundiced in many cases. Long-term side effects. So if you're a Generation Z, if you're 18, 22, 24, and you want to look all haggard and weathered, yep, keep on vaping.
You know what's interesting? I recently read a story that younger generations are really into biohacking. So millennials and Gen Zers are already interested in how to preserve their youth and their health. So why do we have this conflicting information? Are
Tell us.
they trying to compensate for all their vaping, or are there just two totally different groups within those generations?
Fester's coughing over there. Are you vaping?
Are you vaping?
I'm actually starting today. I think jaundice
you.
is a good look, and I've always found jaundiced people attractive in a weird way.
So if you know people that vape, especially Gen Z and millennials, let them know what you just heard on the MJ Morning Show, that vaping is causing aging. This is early aging. It's premature, and Generation Z is getting hit the hardest.
Gen Z is going to need some Billy Rubin lights in their houses. Were you guys ever in those?
What?
Paul Rubin
You
lights?
don't know about those?
What? Billy Rubin lights?
Isn't that what they're called?
What the hell's a Billy Rubin light?
I would have said it.
You mean Ben
It's-
Franklin?
Yeah, I was in the Billy Rubin lights when I was a kid.
What the hell is a Billy Rubin light?
What?
Maybe wait, I'm conflating.
What are you saying?
What are they?
Conflating?
When I was born, I was jaundice. So I could have sworn they were called Billy Rubin
You
lights.
mean like
but
the
they put-
French fry lights at Burger King?
Yeah. Oh, it's a thing. It's a thing. Billy lights. Yes.
Billy lights.
Yeah, Billy lights.
So who's Billy Rubin?
Billy Rubin lights. I mean, it's short for Billy lights is short for Billy Rubin lights. When you're jaundice as a baby, they put you in these lights to make you not be so yellow.
It's like a blue wave light that makes you
What
more
if
green.
What if you're like Bart Simpson? You're already yellow.
Yeah.
What if you're like the
Simpsons are all
Yeah,
jaundiced up.
they're all yellowed. Got to put them in the Billy Rubin lights.
Oh, homie.
Speaking of smoking,
Yes.
I mentioned this first thing this morning, and we mentioned the Amendment 3, which is coming up in November. You might have noticed the TV commercials are running all over the place. I don't know if I heard a radio commercial yet. Are we running, Andrew, are we running any commercials for Amendment 3?
Seems a little early for radio spots, huh?
Coming up on the ballot in November in Florida is Amendment 3 to legalize recreational marijuana. Already, we've got medical marijuana legalized. Just ask Froggy. Froggy's card carrying. But Florida Amendment number 3 is a marijuana legalization initiative for this year, 2024, and it's on the ballot. It'll be on the November 5th ballot, a constitutional amendment vote. Should recreational pot be legal in Florida? So, yes, supports the legalizing of marijuana for adults 21 and older and allowing individuals. Fester, why'd you just move?
I did. A pop-up came up.
All right, well,
a pop-up came
all
up.
right. A yes vote supports legalizing marijuana for adults 21 years and older and allowing individuals to possess up to 3 ounces of marijuana. That's a lot of marijuana, 3 ounces.
Let's go to the expert in the room, Froggy.
A no vote opposes legalizing marijuana for adult use in Florida. So I thought we would go back to the phones on this. We asked this question, I think it was late last year. And I want to periodically do this, and I want to start keeping track to see if it changes as we get closer. So let's fire up the phones here quickly. I'm seeing these Amendment 3 spots on TV. I'm seeing them on like some of the streaming shows I'm watching. The question is simple. Do you want marijuana legalized in Florida? I want a total wide demographic range. Whatever age you are, whether you're male, female, whatever age you are, The question is, do you want marijuana to be legalized in Florida for recreational use? All right, hit the phones right now before you hit the joint. All right, 800-990-1047. Fire up the phones right now.
Before you hit the joint.
Before you hit the joint. All right, 800-990-1047. Simple question. I'd like to know where you're calling from. I'd like to know how old you are. And do you support marijuana for recreational use with the upcoming ballot initiative in November? Yes or no? 800-9... Look, every line.
Wow.
Every line is ringing. All right, Andrew, screen away. We'll grab calls here in just a second. What are you reading?
It'll take at least 60%
Yes.
of Floridians to vote yes. So it's not like a 50-50 coin toss amendment.
So in order for the amendment to pass, it's got to be 60% or more saying yes to the recreational initiative. Now, Froggy, you're a medical marijuana card holder in Florida because of all your ailments, which are too many to list right now.
Yes.
So clearly you support medical marijuana.
Sure.
Do you support recreational marijuana being legalized in the state? Yes or no?
I don't know if I do or not. I don't really
Can
care.
you please pick a side?
I don't really care. I like to stay right in the middle on this
Oh,
one.
jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he gets
just
his-
sit on the fence.
I'm sure a lot of people would love it, but I have real conditions that it helps me with. I don't just go out there and go to some dealer and get fentanyl weed.
Fentanyl weed?
Please.
All right, let me go
Too
to phones.
dangerous.
Every single line is jammed here. Yes on marijuana for recreational use or no? Let's go with Debbie first. Debbie, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
I think she dropped.
what-
She dropped
Debbie,
the second you
Debbie?
went to her.
What happened?
Debbie dropped her joint, dropped the phone call.
Yeah, I watched her name disappear from
Yeah.
the call screen.
Oh, wow, it just fell right off. All right, that opens up a line, 800-990-1047. Oh, my God. What do you want, a wing of an airplane?
Andy.
All right, Andy in Dunedin, can you hear me?
Hey,
Andy!
well, great program, man. Good.
What do you want, a riding mower? Where are you?
Legalize marijuana.
Hold on, what?
Legalize marijuana. I've been wanting that for 50 years.
What?
He's been wanting it for 50 years.
All right,
Yeah.
Andy, so you want marijuana legalized.
Yes, absolutely.
Where are you right now?
I'm driving to the dump.
Driving to
Roll up the
dump.
window.
Yeah, what a hump.
My God. Thank
Dump pump.
you, Andy. I appreciate it.
Roll up your windows if you're going to call in people.
Roger in South Tampa. Roger, you want marijuana legalized for recreational use, yes or no?
Absolutely not.
How old are you, Roger?
I'm 54.
Roger.
All right. And why don't you want it legalized for rec use?
Listen, I'm all for it medically if it actually helps. Only problem is clinically, doctors are all over the place with this stuff. Nobody really knows for sure if it helps people or not. But if it does, great, that's fine. The problem is that recreational use, it's going to be everywhere. And I can't drive anywhere in Tampa without smelling that stuff somewhere.
Already?
Roger
yeah,
that.
without it being legalized for recreational use, you smell it quite a bit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Every time I'm driving down the highway, I've got that stuff pouring into my
Yeah, you got to hit that little button on your air conditioning unit with the arrows going in a circle because that'll recirculate your air and not suck in marijuana smoke from the cars in front of you. Thank you. I appreciate the call,
What's this guy
buddy.
talking about? There's not cars driving down the road with smoke trails behind them.
You're in the car.
What an idiot.
Dude, I've had it happen. Don't call him
You're
an
a
idiot.
liar.
Don't call him an idiot.
He's a dope.
Don't call Roger an
Wow.
idiot.
Roger,
Dope.
Roger that.
No, listen. I've smelled it as well from other cars
what
when
a
I'm driving.
Bunch of
Look
hooies.
what
All right.
happens when we hit a Froggy hot dog.
Emily in Port Richie. Emily,
get over
yes
it.
or no on recreational marijuana in Florida?
Yes on recreation, but no on this particular bill. Because this bill does not allow for things like home grow, and it pretty much gives Trulieve a monopoly. There's a reason Trulieve put $50 million into this bill.
Yeah, so
What?
how old are you, Emily?
I'm 38. I'm actually a nurse manager at Compassionate Care Clinics at Pinellas.
Now, are you a recreational pot smoker or no?
I'm a medical pot smoker, but I agree with recreation.
Okay.
I think it's safer than alcohol. I think that recreation should be available. However, not this bill particularly.
So, Emily, you're saying that I can't grow a shrub in my backyard?
Correct.
So you have to buy. You have to buy from a. You would have to buy from a recreational dispensary, and you're saying that this gives some of the limited dispensaries just a gold mine, is what you're saying.
Yes.
And you're claiming that some of these places are spending $50 million to push the amendment.
Yes, Trulieve has put $50 million into the amendment.
Wow.
It basically gives them a monopoly.
Thank you for the call. All right.
Good for them.
800 opens up a line. Thanks, Emily. 800-990-1047. Yes or no on recreational marijuana? Right now, it is 2 for yes, 1 for no, but last call had a little caveat. Let's grab John in Clearwater. John, yes or no?
I say no.
Why no on recreational marijuana?
I think the last thing we need in the state of Florida is additional impaired drivers.
You know, that is a concern. When Colorado, I think the first state to legalize recreational marijuana, there was an absolute increase in traffic accidents. There's no doubt about it. You know, you can't take a breathalyzer. There needs to be some type of technology to determine if somebody's whacked out on weed. Because
look at your eyes.
Because but you need to be able to quantify it. You blow into a breathalyzer, you get the blood alcohol content, you get the BAC. There needs to be something that can quickly determine whether you're high on THC.
That's definitely what we need.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 71 years old, and I'm not against marijuana. I'm not a marijuana smoker, never have been.
Yep.
You know, but I'll tell you right now, I just think the cost of insurance, I think additional impaired drivers, and the innocence of person who's going to get hurt. I just disagree with it.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. This is why I'm taking calls. Let me grab Christina in Zephyr Hills. Christina, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning, MJ. I think we should legalize this.
Are you a recreational pot smoker?
No, sir.
Okay. How old are you?
54.
All right, 54. Again, I want to see if it changes with demographics, with ages. So you say yes. Why?
Well, okay. So here's what I see as an educator. If it's legalized, we can tax it, put more money into the education system, raise better programs for education, pay our teachers better, and we get the criminality of it off the street. Like, we take it away from the bad guys, and we give a business opportunity.
Are you worried about smelling it everywhere you go, even more so than now? And that would happen. And are you worried about impaired drivers, people all stoned while driving?
Well, so...
Again, that already happens, but this would probably increase that dramatically.
I was a former journalist, so I've seen enough DUIs and enough accidents in my lifetime. And yeah, you're going to worry about impaired drivers, but there are people out there smoking and getting high as it is, and we should, if they get pulled over getting high or cause a wreck, they should get just as harsh of a penalty as any other DUI.
Gotcha. Thank you for the call. Let's grab Scott in Tampa. Scott, MJ Morning Show, yes or no on recreational marijuana in Florida?
I say no. And I am a recreational user, but I say no just to the fact you're going to smell it absolutely everywhere.
So you recreationally smoke, so you do it illegally then, right?
Correct.
How old are you?
36.
Gotcha.
Criminal.
Thanks for the call. So he's a smoker, but he doesn't want it legalized.
Very rare.
Wow. Let's grab Carrie in Palmetto. Carrie, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Carrie, how old are you?
58.
And yes or no on recreational marijuana?
Yes.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Carrie. Right to the point.
That just opened up a line. 800-990-1047. I'll grab another handful of calls here. Maybe one more full turnover of the phone lines so I can get a larger sample size. 800-990-1047. November 5th here in Florida on the ballot. Recreational marijuana. Should it be legal or not legal? 800-990-1047. Let me grab Chris in New York. Well, Chris, you're in New York, but are you a Floridian too, or what?
My parents are, and I was a Floridian for 21 years. But the problem with Florida is that there's a lot of doctor shopping, a lot of pill poppers. And so if there were people no longer doctor shopping because marijuana was recreationally was legal, so people could have a little more access to it.
All right, Chris, how old are you?
35.
You're 35.
Also,
all right.
Also, have you ever met an angry stoner? I've met a lot of angry drunks, but I've never met an angry stoner. They seem to forget that they're in the middle of a fight.
I've heard that before.
All right, Chris, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Let me grab Mary in Lakewood. Mary, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes or no?
No, absolutely not. We don't need any more lazy people. If you want to get high, go to the gym, get some exercise. It releases endorphins.
How old are you, Mary?
57.
57. Thank you. Let me grab Brad in Dunedin. Brad, MJ Morning Show, yes or no on recreational pot smoking?
100% yes. I mean, we're basically there already. Do you think, I would tell you that about 90% of the people who have their medical card, they don't need it. They're going in there. It's a pay-to-play state we are. You go in, you pay your $160, they give you a card for whatever you want. We're at the point now where we pretend that it's medical. It's really not. Everybody's getting it if they want to smoke it.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Let me grab Tom in Riverview. Tom, MJ Morning Show, yes or no on recreational pot?
I'm going to say no. And I was just in D.C., Maryland area, had a hotel. And one of the things that we were dealing with in that hotel was it just smelled like weed all the time.
Yep.
I called and complained, and they said since they legalized it, there's nothing they can do about it.
Well, the hotel, if they have a no smoking policy, they can throw the people out.
Well, and
or charge them. Sometimes I've seen little placards in hotel rooms, no smoking room, $500 cleanup fee if you smoke in the room.
They do. But what happens is they said they can't go room to room to identify it. So if they see you smoking it, they'll stop you. But
Wow.
they can't if they go room to room. The night before, we had a 2 a.m. fire alarm go off, and the halls were just filled, like they were just hotboxing in the hallway.
Oh, my God. All right. And, Tom, how old are you?
48.
48. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you calling in. Let me grab Bernice in Bradenton. Bernice, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Good morning. I say yes, absolutely. I worked in 2 treatment centers, and you never found someone coming into a treatment center just because they smoked pot. My father was a Cherokee, and he smoked to keep his anxiety down. It helped him pain, and I'm 63 years old. I would vote yes because people are you never see anybody that's gotten in a severe accident or killed anybody.
Well, I know, but I know in Colorado that traffic crashes and fatalities did go up after legalized marijuana. Thank you, Bernice. I appreciate it. Let me grab Carmen in Ruskin. Carmen, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Yes or no?
Yes.
Why, Carmen?
For medical reasons. I think the medical benefits of it is beyond.
You can get a medical card, Carmen.
This is for recreational marijuana.
Yes, but it's just I think
everybody
that
should
needs
have
to
it,
be
right?
legal. It needs to be recreationally allowed.
All right. How old are you, Carmen?
51.
Thanks for the call.
Very well thought out argument, Carmen.
All right. Let me grab Elizabeth in Tampa. All right, Andrew, I'm going to take just the last ones on hold here. And again, we'll do this. We'll do it again probably maybe in August and then maybe right before the election in November. Who do I have on line 6? Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi. I say no. I've seen it in Colorado, and it's not. You get the smell. You see people are eating supper out on the patios, and all you do is smell pot while you're eating food.
Yeah, Elizabeth, I'm glad you brought that up because I used to work in Denver years ago in the early 2000s, and it was beautiful, like the downtown. It was just gorgeous. And then I went back there a couple years ago, and Denver was a mess. Walking around downtown, you're like, oh, this is scary.
Yeah. And how old are you, Elizabeth?
Yeah. Pardon?
How old are you?
I'm 64.
54. Thank you. I love when they sneak right in. 54 or 64?
64.
6, got it. All right, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right, let me grab Linda in Dade City. Linda, yes or no on rec pot? Linda!
Linda, turn your radio down.
Linda! Jeez, Linda.
Linda's high right now.
Andrew, did you tell Linda to turn the radio down? All right, geez. Well, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Absolutely no.
Hi, Linda. You
Hi.
you got to turn your radio all the way down. It'll confuse you. All right, say hold on. You say what?
Hello?
Yeah, you said no, right?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Linda. All right, turn your radio down, folks. All right, let me grab Eric and Valrico. 2 more, and then I'm going to give you the tallies. It's pretty close, actually, folks. It's really close.
That's what it was last time.
I just want to put something out there. I know that many people are saying that there's going to be an increase in accidents, but there's also going to be a massive decrease in domestic abuse. That's for sure.
Why is that?
Because usually it's when it comes to people getting in trouble in that department, alcohol is one of the major factors in domestic abuse and rape, things of that nature. Usually alcohol induces a lot of that. And when you take alcohol out of it and you start using things like marijuana, it will 100% reduce things like rape, things like domestic abuse, things like a lot more gun use. It changes the mentality of what people want. Like the guy who called earlier and said that fighting will actually increase because there's not an angry person who smokes weed. That's part of it. So yes, maybe there will be an increase in traffic violations and things of that nature, but there's going to be a flip side of that coin as well, where there's going to be a decrease in other kinds of violence, other kinds of things.
How can you quantify that? How do you know?
Well, how do we know also about the DUIs as well? That there is, but I'm telling you that like the guy just called earlier.
I know that in Colorado, that when they legalized recreational marijuana, that traffic accidents and fatalities increased.
Because those who smoke marijuana or hang out with people who smoke marijuana, that's not the kind of mentality behind when you smoke marijuana.
All right, so where are you on this, Eric? Yes or no?
I would say yes.
Okay, how old are you, Eric?
I'm 48. I don't smoke, but I have met many people when I was in college, and I know that the different mentality between those people who are drunk and those people who are high, different kind of mentality altogether.
All right, appreciate it, Eric. Thank you.
Thanks.
Brenda in Riverview. Brenda, yes or no on recreational marijuana?
No. I say no on recreational marijuana, and the reason why is that the children, I'm thinking about the children of the parents that smoke the recreational marijuana. I work in the school system, and as it is now, the children, sometimes when they get out of the car, the vehicles, you can smell it as soon as they walk in. And try to get the kids settled down.
Wait, hold on. Well, Brenda, hold on. You're telling me in Carline, kids are getting out of the car and the parents have been hotboxing the kids with marijuana in the car?
Correct.
Oh, my God.
And so when the kids come to school, it's affecting the kids. And not long, if the parents have it at home, guess what? The kids will bring it to school. And so then you'll get the kids trying to focus on education, but they can't because they're too high. So that's why I say no, because the parents.
My God. Brenda, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 60.
Gotcha. Hey, thanks for working the Hillsborough County school system. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. All right. I think that's a good sample for right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Yes, legalize marijuana on the November ballot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 say no.
Oh, man.
I remember it was like this last time.
We are completely tied up. If our impromptu sample here is indicative, it's going to be tough to get to 60%. You got to get 60% yeses in order for recreational marijuana to pass the ballot initiative in November. So, hey, I'm going to write this down. What is today? June 3rd? All right, pot.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
June 3rd. No, we'll do it again in like maybe 3 months. We'll do it like in August or September, and then we'll do it again right before the election.
Tomorrow we do a deep dive on Amendment 4.
Hey, I tell you what. Why don't we do this on Tuesday, November 5th? There's going to be a big day in this country, all right? I'm not looking forward to it, all right? But how about we take calls on Tuesday, November 5th? Ask it again, the very morning of vote. Well, or maybe we should do it because you can have early voting as well. But maybe we'll just do it on Tuesday, the 5th in November, and see how it goes. All right, listen. Andrew's turned away dozens and dozens of calls because I can do this for the rest of the show. But I think we got an idea. Yeah, I think we got a good idea here of where things are.
We got our finger on the pulse.
We do. Dating safety. What time is it? 8:42? All right, we got a little time here. Dating safety. I have a list of the states that are the safest to date, and I have a list of the states that are the unsafest to date. There is new data out. I got this press release from Privacy Journal, and they have a new study. And they've looked at a whole variety of things, like the different risks that people face in dating around the United States. STDs or STIs, sexually transmitted infections.
Oh, I didn't know you were going there. I thought you were going like dead.
No, it's well, that too.
Murdered.
That too. So it runs the gamut. Dangers of dating in the United States, from sexually transmitted infections, violent crime, places with a high density of like romance scams, identity theft,
date rape,
sex offenders, that would fall into that. It's a whole compendium of different dangers that people face while dating. And we have the numbers. Again, this came from the security company Privacy Journal. They run a website, and they looked at the numbers of these different factors as far as incidents per 100,000 people. And I have the 10 best states, the 10 safest states to date, and then I have the 10 most dangerous states to date. You want me to start with the safest and then dangerous, or you want to hear dangerous first and then safest,
Let's
Rox?
start safe.
Yeah, real safe.
Save the
places.
danger for the end.
All right. Here are the 10 states that are the safest to date in the United States. Less likely to have to worry about violent acts, less worried to have to worry about STDs, STIs, being scammed, defrauded, the whole gamut of dangers.
All I know is I hope that Louisiana is on the safest or the dangerous list, because I want to hear from Cajun Fester.
Here we go.
Oh, CF in the house.
It's not the Cajun part of Louisiana you have to worry about.
The 10 safest states to date in the United States, coming in at number 10, Nebraska. Little Cornhusker.
All right.
Number 9 is West Virginia.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Little Appalachia action there. Number 8 is North Dakota.
Are we just going to go with really
boring places?
Seriously.
Have you been to North Dakota?
No, that's the only state I haven't been to.
It's weird.
Yeah. I want to go to North Dakota.
Sounds
I've asked Michelle to go with me to North Dakota for the weekend, and she won't go with me.
Yeah, I can. That's a good move by her.
I might have to. Stop discouraging her. I'm trying to get on I think Allegiant flies out of St. Pete, out of PIE to Fargo. I want to go to Fargo, North Dakota for the weekend because that's the only state in the country I've never been to. So I want to fly there. What's the matter with that?
It's weird.
I've got goals and aspirations.
Yeah, to go to North Dakota.
Yeah. Number 7. All right, you want more exciting? Number 7, safest state to date, Hawaii. Hawaii, home of my famous shave ice and Hamora's Saimin.
And Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, on the island of Kauai. Yeah.
All right, so this is the 7th safest state.
Is Hawaii. Number 6, safe to date, Rhode Island. Number 5 is Idaho.
Rhode Island.
Number 4 is Kentucky. Number 3 is New Hampshire, where Chloe just graduated in
This is weird.
December. Number 2 safest state to date is Maine, and number 1 is
Vegas.
Vermont.
Okay.
Dude, you are so freaking wrong. You are so wrong. First of all, Vegas is not a state. Do you even know what state Vegas is in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Vegas is not a state.
Yeah.
What?
Come on, how stupid do you
What?
think I am?
Just answer my question.
You
What
think I'm
state?
really stupid.
What state is
You
Vegas?
think I'm real stupid.
What state is Froggy? What state? Answer my question.
Nevada.
What?
Nevada.
Okay, you should.
That's good since you've never been there, right?
No,
You
no,
should say
I never,
Nevada, not
and
Nevada.
I'll never go.
All right, now for the dangerous state list. These are the most dangerous states to date. Number 10 is Arkansas.
Of course.
Number 9 is Texas. Number 8 is Louisiana.
Wait, hold on here now. Hey, listen, Louisiana is a tale of 3 different states all combined into one.
Why is that?
Kind of like the Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
Don't confuse the bayou with New Orleans.
Yeah.
We done love New Orleans.
Yeah.
But New Orleans ain't the bayou.
Where do you take a pretty lady in Nowlands?
Take it down to the bayou. Watch crawdaddies.
All right, number 7 is.
I'll take you down to the bayou, Miss Roxanne Wilder.
Oh,
I would.
All right, number 7 is Delaware.
Delaware. Psh.
Number 6, unsafest state to date is South Carolina.
Okay.
Number 5 is Arizona. Number 4 is
Florida.
Right here. It's Florida.
Yeah,
No-
but with this list, I want anecdotal,
Reasons?
like, yes. And I want okay, coming in at number 4, it's the STD winner on the list, Florida. I want what makes the state.
It's a combination of
Right.
violence,
You've got to be strong in one category.
STDs. So Florida's number 4.
MJ can't be the hype man for every awful state.
All right, number 3 is Georgia. And of course, we're adjacent to Georgia. Number 2, unsafest state to date. I would have no idea would be this high. Alaska. Oh, is it because they got cabin fever up there? What's the story?
I heard it's 10 men to every 1 woman in Alaska.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it. That
Okay.
it's tough being a guy and I guess finding a date in Alaska.
And you find one and you're mean to her?
And then number 1 most unsafe state to date, Froggy.
Vegas.
It's Nevada. Nevada is the most dangerous state to date in.
That makes sense.
Say what, man?
According to this data.
The Carson City Tinder scene is really lit.
There you have it, folks. 8:49 at the MJ Morning Show. If you have an Android phone or an iPhone, so running the gamut, there is a warning. Really, anybody with a cell phone. If you have an iPhone or an Android, you've got to hear what the NSA is telling you to do right now. I'm talking about the National Security Agency, all kinds of spooky secret stuff. The NSA is telling all cell phone users to do this right now. What is it? I'll tell you next, and then a whole lot more. Oh, speaking of phones, there's a teacher that's freaking out and quit his job over a cell phone issue. You got to hear this. All right, loaded long chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. We just wrapped up, folks, an hour and 20 minutes of non-stop MJ. Simple as that. All right, 8:50 at the MJ Morning Show, so we're back momentarily. If you are looking for hurricane wind... From the top of a measly 500-foot tower, this is the hot rockin', flame-throwing Q105. All right, 9:01 at the MJ Morning Show, MJ and the crew. And if you heard my teaser over the intro of UB40, I think I got a second-degree burn yesterday. I'll like, yeah.
What are you doing?
I'll show it on video, too. What are you doing?
I mean, I ask you what you're doing, and you give me the.
Oh, I thought you were doing the horns from UB40. The
yeah, it is a lot similar.
So
You're right.
I do have a little story yesterday, and well, hang on. If you follow my Instagram, you might know how I burned myself. I will explain in just a couple of minutes. First, though, breaking news. Hang on, wrong sound effect. Let me do that again. First, though, breaking news. There we go. Yeah, the NSA. It's not often that we, the general public, get warnings from the National Security Agency, the NSA. They are warning all iPhone and Android users to do this. Do you know what it is?
Throw your phone into a lake.
You know what? That would probably be better for humanity. That'd probably be better for society, to be quite honest. Nope. Turn your phone on and off. Do it now.
Right this second.
Listen, so you don't forget, I would do it now. I saw this. Yeah, turn your phone. I guess you can hit restart. So you can restart your phone or turn it off, then turn it back on. But the NSA is saying that iPhone and Android users, if you're concerned about some of the zero-click exploits, turn your phone on and off again right now and make sure you do it once a week. Because of some of this malware, some of this stuff, it's called a zero-click exploit. So how often do you reset? You know, on my Android, I can go into my settings and I can see my uptime. And a lot of times it's like 400 hours. It's like sometimes I don't restart my phone. If my phone is behaving well.
You don't shut off for weeks on end.
Yeah, exactly. But the NSA is saying restart your phone to blow out any potential no-click exploit apps, malware, whatever might be on your phone.
Hey, you know what kind of scam I got the other day? I assume this was a scam.
Yep.
Someone texted me and said, are you home right now?
Were you home?
Yeah, I was home. And I just reported it to junk.
Yeah.
And then I Googled it.
But a lot of that is just they're trying to engage in a conversation.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like they're watching you or they know where you live per se.
Right.
They're trying to rope you into some kind of a scam.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just to
So I
start.
just reported junk.
You know, I've gotten those. You'll get these, a phone number out of nowhere. You'll get, hey, what are you doing now? Or, hey, it's been a while since we talked. Or hey, this number's in my contact list, but I lost my list. Who is this? You'll get these different like texts out of nowhere and just ignore those because a lot of times they're a scam. Yeah, but what the NSA is saying is that you need to completely turn off the phone and then reboot it. Don't just go into standby mode. So restart your phone. Have it turn off and completely reboot. So on my phone, I've got a Google Pixel 8 Pro. So if I bring down my bar here, I can, for instance, I'll hold this up to MJTV. I can hit the power button on the bottom, and my options here are emergency, lockdown, power off, and restart.
Restart it.
Yeah, I can just do a restart, and I'll be fine on my phone. But they want you to do this to get rid of some of these zero-click exploits. And doing the power up and down is how you get rid of this. According to the NSA, do not, and this is for the NSA, the National Security Agency, to tell people to reboot your phone once a week. Clearly, there are a lot of problems out there. So in this document detailing the best mobile device practices. The NSA recommends that users turn their devices off and then back on every week to protect against these zero-click exploits, which attackers often use to eavesdrop on and collect data from phones. Users can mitigate the threat of spear phishing, which can lead to the installation of yet more malware or spyware by the same simple action. The NSA document does warn that turn it off and on again advice will only sometimes prevent these attacks from being successful. Threats to mobile devices are more prevalent and increasing in scope and complexity. So the NSA this is just something simple we can do. So it's just another layer of security that it's not completely fail-safe per se, but it can get rid of some malware and some scammers and some individuals that might have access to your phone by it being on for so long. And by rebooting it, it shuts off potential channels to some individuals with some threats.
I just turned my iPhone off and then back on, and I feel much safer.
All right, so there you go. And speaking of cell phones, I don't know, it sounds like there's more to the story than just this, but a headline I saw over the weekend was Arizona high school teacher leaves job, quits his teaching gig because he can't take the students and their cell phone addictions any longer. That they just can't put the freaking phones down. So the teacher allegedly has resigned, quit, walked out. He's done teaching.
I can't believe they allow students to have phones at school.
I think the same thing to myself. Like, why don't they just say, okay, I get it.
No
You have to have one so your mom can get a hold of you at the end of the day. So
never
keep it
had
in your
one.
backpack. They should not allow them in class.
Yeah, now they're just standard equipment.
Arizona high school teacher blamed his students and the incessant use of cell phones, smartphones in the classroom for his mental health problems.
He turned the table.
Well, hold on. Were you laughing?
Yeah, I
You
think,
it's funny?
I think the
If you-
mental health problems are hilarious.
Yeah,
No,
well, apparently so. You're laughing at the teacher's mental health issues.
the teacher turned the tables.
It does sound like you're mocking the teacher.
Well, that's my favorite thing to do is to mock teachers. Are you
sounds
kidding
like-
me? I'm the daughter of a teacher who dealt with eighth graders
You know
her whole
what?
life.
It sounds like,
believe me, I heard
it's-
all the horror
it
stories.
sounds like mental health problems gives you pleasure center issues.
It's a big comedy show. It's a big dopamine hit for me just to hear you
Sounds
talk
like,
about
you know
mental
what? I'm
health
going to call
issues.
you Miss Schadenfreude from now on. You're Miss Schadenfreude. No, I'm kidding.
So, MJ, but you know, how many times does this teacher tell the students, put your phones away, put your phones away, after a billion times, he's like, you know what? I could work at Costco and do better than this.
Yeah.
So, like, when we were in school, we would make like fart sounds in class
To distract the teacher. Yeah.
I had a teacher quit over that, telling me and my friend Mike and Frank to stop making fart sounds.
We did bring laser pointers
all
and put them
guys,
in their eyes.
Mitchell Rutherford. Enough, guys. Got Beavis and Butthead over here. All right, so Mitchell Rutherford, he taught biology.
You said Rutherford.
At a high school in Tucson, Arizona for a decade, for 10 years. And he says that he's just tired of trying to get the kids to put the phones down, the distraction. He said that it's made his mental health decline to a point where it's not worth it for him anymore. He said, I've been struggling with mental health this year, mostly because of what I identified as basically phone addiction with students. Rutherford told media out in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, he believes that the phone addiction stems from schools being closed during the COVID-19 pandemic, students desocialized. I'm going to tell you right now, you would still have the phone problem if COVID-19 didn't mess with the school year back in what? The end of 2020 school year and then into the 20 to 21 school year. Trust me, the cell phone issue would be just as rampant. But he's walking out.
So this guy doesn't like cell phones, but he loves TV cameras? I don't get it.
No,
he's reporting to the media, I'm quitting because of electronics. Take a video of me.
He's doing all kinds of media on this.
All right, Mr. Rutherford.
Yeah, the high school policy at Sahuaro, Sahuaro, Sahuaro High School out in the Phoenix area. The cell phone policy says that cell phone should not be used in classes, and the teachers are left to enforce it.
Yeah, there's no enforcement. Yeah.
Sounds like he was just fed up with the enforcement. So here's a high school biology teacher that says sayonara at Sahuara High School.
Yeah, what are you going to do now, buddy?
Yeah.
Are the teachers allowed just to say, if the policy is you're not supposed to have them in the classroom, can a teacher say, hey, I see a cell phone on your desk, it's going in my box?
Whoa.
You're going to be a fry cook at Hooters now, pal.
Yeah,
Good thinking.
What's this dude going to do? I don't know what he's going to do.
I hope he has another gig lined up.
All right. Speaking of food, you see my video making the bolognese yesterday, Fester?
I saw the still frame of it this morning as I was looking at your marsupial.
You're starting to video everything in your life. You need a reality show.
Look at this bolognese, man.
What's up with this still image you used for the icon image? Looks like you're like, get off my lawn, old man.
Bolognese time.
Here we
These
go.
are the base ingredients:
Ooh.
pork, ground beef, veal, carrots, onions, celery, Cabernet, garlic, salt, pepper. And then this is the sauce. These are DOP San Marzano tomatoes. And Chloe, come on over here. Look at my outfit. This is my little chef thing.
I knew Froggy would love that.
Oh,
my God. What a tool bag.
A little chef role play.
I didn't buy that for myself.
I got douche chills. All over me.
You have goose chills?
No.
Douche.
Douche chills.
Douche chills.
Michelle bought that for me, Froggy. So in the video, in the video on my Instagram, I'm wearing a black chef's shirt.
Did you get it specially made?
You're
No,
role playing.
Michelle bought it for me. Michelle, hang on a minute.
You're cosplaying as a chef.
A little restaurant role play.
You actually are Wolfgang Schmuck.
Excuse me, ma'am. How'd you like the sausage?
I don't
How'd
have.
you like my meat in your mouth? That bolognese was so yummy, right?
Let me put my meat in your mouth. All right. So I'm making. Hey, Michelle,
Yes.
are you listening? Oh, you're listening.
You bought that chef's coat for him?
Yes, because otherwise he would ruin every single shirt that he owns.
And pair of khaki
So he
pants.
would cook in it,
Ugh.
and it would splatter everywhere, and it's oily and greasy and whatever. And so I said, look, when you cook, you have to wear this shirt.
Michelle bought me a black and purple chef's shirt, and I wore it yesterday for the video.
Is it true that you go naked under that thing?
And Froggy is making fun.
I'll tell you what, it's better than him cooking naked. How about that?
Froggy's mocking me, Michelle. You bought it for me, and Froggy's mocking me.
It's like I like the Karate Kid, but Kim didn't buy me a gi.
I mean, yeah,
You dork.
I've seen a bunch of cooking videos where a man's wearing an apron or something, and it almost looks responsible to protect the clothing. But Michelle, the whole gear. Would you go like restaurant warehouse?
I don't have the Chef Boyardee hat, though. You know, the big puffy,
Well, the
chef
kids
hat.
used to have those when they were little, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
Father's
They
Day
wanted
is
to
next
cook.
week.
Yeah.
What was the Bobby Flay one? I can't think of it. Oh, Bobby Flake over here.
Rachel
right.
wrong.
Bye, Michelle. See, Rachel, what?
Rachel.
Wrong.
Oh,
Rachel.
I'll see you at the gym, Michelle.
We found that nest.
Oh yeah, I saw the picture. So you found the hawk nest.
Yes.
So where's
And
the
they were eating.
where's the baby hawk, folks? My Instagram is jammed right now. We've got the baby Cooper's hawk that we found last night. That video is on my Instagram. I almost drove over a little baby possum in the road this morning at 5 a.m. On the way to the studio. I shot video of that guy, like I'm 2 inches from the little possum's face, or opossum. And all this stuff is on my Instagram.
Opossum. It's not opossum. It's a possum.
A possum. I'm sorry. Whatever.
Does it mean to piss you off with the possum vernacular?
Michelle.
Also, you need to spell it correctly because those are two entirely different animals.
Wait, I got to ask Michelle a question real quick.
Yeah.
Michelle, what concert was that at?
What?
What concert was MJ at when he was caught dancing? That's on my Instagram.
Stop it. That's not me.
Over
Def Leppard.
5,000 views.
That's not me. Goodbye.
Def Leppard.
All right, bye, Michelle.
Told you, Def Leppard, Froggy MJ
Right.
Radio.
It's not.
So
Take a look at my Instagram. I made this incredible. Excuse me. I made this incredible bolognese yesterday. My buddy Massimo from Massimo's Italian in Palm Harbor, he gave me this recipe like 12 years, maybe even more, 12, 14 years ago. He gave me this bolognese recipe, and it's fantastic.
How many times did you have to pester him for the recipe?
No, he gave it to me.
All right.
And I've tweaked it a little bit to my life. It's just fantastic. This is the best bolognese. It's absolutely incredible. And I'm making it. You can see me with my chef shirt on. The video's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. If you don't follow me, give me a follow on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. So I got a burn on my arm. Take a look at this. Can you guys see this?
Oh no, you're a real chef.
Can you see?
Oh, that's right. The chef.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
Look at that.
And
Is it the pot?
It's blistered. No. I'll tell you what happened. So I'm holding this up to MJ TV right now. Hang on. So
we see it.
Hang on.
I mean, is it the oven? You didn't go into the oven for this.
Right here.
All right.
No. It's blistering. It's red. It's a little sore. So here's what happened. The bolognese, you make it, 2 separate pots. I have the celery, the carrots, the onions, garlic, the pork, the beef, and the veal, the Cabernet. I've got all the ingredients in one pot. And then the other pot, I have all my 140 ounces or 128 ounces of San Marzano DOP tomatoes. So I'm doing the tomato sauce in one pot, the base in the other pot. And just as I go to reach in to stir to make sure that stuff doesn't stick on the bottom, hey, keep stirring the sauce. Make sure the sauce doesn't stick, Froggy.
It won't stick.
I'm
all right?
stirring it.
All right. So
Keep
I'm stirring. Tell him I'm stirring it.
Keep stirring it.
I need my lucky hat. All right.
Gotta go to Pittsburgh.
All right. So, little Goodfellas, ladies and gentlemen. So, as I'm reaching in with the wooden spoon to stir the tomato sauce, a gigantic blob of boiling San Marzano.
Ooh.
It flings up like it's some kind of Icelandic volcanic eruption.
Oh, yeah, it's like lava.
I mean, it was seriously. Yeah. It's like I've got a lava burn on. So just as I was reaching in to stir, it goes bloop and bloops up on my arm. It's like, son of a! I think I don't know if it's 3rd degree. I don't know. So it's like a little localized spot where it totally just nailed me. If you can see it,
Michelle couldn't spring
on
for
MJ TV right here. Ouch! And I just touched it, and it blistered stuff came out. Yeah.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah. But the bolognese is going to be fantastic. And then my other Italian restaurant buddy, Luigi from
Super Mario Brothers?
From Trattoria Pasquale on Southwest Shore, through his food supplier, he's got a whole case of Rusticella d'Abruzzo, Italian-made tagliatelle or tagliatelle from a bolognese. That's, I think, the proper way to say it. But I've got the proper noodle for bolognese is the tagliatelle.
Let me ask you a question.
Tagliatelle.
Did you cut the onions so thin that they dissolve when they hit the sauce?
You know what? I used a razor blade. It's the garlic,
It's
dude.
the garlic.
It's the garlic. In jail, they're cutting the garlic with the razor blade.
Whatever. I didn't mess up that bad.
To make the garlic so thin.
They're completely different ingredients.
Anyway, the bolognese videos on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. The Cooper's Hawk we found on my Instagram. The possum video or the opossum video this morning is on. My Instagram's loaded.
So is mine. Dancing MJ. Check it out.
Yeah.
Dude, if you have not seen the video of Dancing MJ, it is something you absolutely have to look at.
My most popular video of all time.
Of all time.
5,000 views.
Dun, dun,
Suck
dun.
on that, buddy.
Yeah, my Spirit Airlines kid running around and making the agents run all over the damn airport for the unaccompanied minor. 480,000 views, dude.
I'm a little behind.
Put that in your marijuana bong and smoke it.
Yeah, I'm a little behind, and I don't think I can smoke.
But yours is
insult.
fake news.
Not a
Froggy's is
competition.
real.
Yes, totally real.
What were you saying, Roxanne?
I just said it's not a competition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything's a
Hey,
competition.
but I actually had a really cute video up this weekend, but you never go to... Why don't you go to stories? Why don't you ever look at IG stories?
Because they
Do you not know how?
Stories are the best.
I don't. They disappear.
So
Exactly. Get them while they're hot.
I've never really learned to do stories. I don't know.
It's not a learning... It's not a skill you acquire.
I know.
click
Just
on
do.
them.
I just never really have done it. Anyway, all right. 9:20 at the MJ Morning Show. We have We have a final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. I've got some questions. Remember last week we did the story about the Christ the King church embezzler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guess what?
You know someone that knows her?
I was with people on Friday who go to school with her.
Oh, go to Christ the King?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. So we have an update on the Christ the King church employee in the business office that ripped off the church to the tune of $775,000. So got an update on that. I've got some Dr. Pepper news coming up. We've got some Hollywood celebrity stuff. Adele yelled at an audience member. I got Justin Timberlake. He did something during his show. We got a lot of stuff. A phenomenal final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is coming up. Oh, the other thing is, on my video of me making the bolognese, you get to see me wearing my UV gloves.
Yeah, I noticed that. Did you order them
still
off
have those things?
I bought those at Walgreens. You know the as seen on TV shelf.
Dude, those work.
I bought those things like 12 years ago.
Yeah,
and the UV glove is fantastic. And also
put those things in an open fire.
They're great for a hot suppressor. Unscrewing that. All right, that's a whole different story. All right, 9:21 at the MJ Morning Show. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. Speaking of cooking, how about baking? How about the most incredible cakes you have? No, I was supposed to put the rejoiner in, and I didn't put the rejoiner in, so...
Hey, Roxanne makes a nice rejoiner.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't think Roxanne makes a good rejoiner. Hey, can you shut off Roxanne for me, please?
Unless you want to listen to it in the back.
All right, 9:29 at the MJ Morning Show. All right, folks, you've been ready for this for hours. We've been promoting it all weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, time once again for Hal Herman Headlines. All right, Froggy, is Hal Herman ready with Hal Herman Headlines?
Oh, MJ.
What?
Hold on. All right, so I don't know if you heard a thud on the radio. I don't know if you heard it. I heard it.
I felt the thud on the countertop.
Froggy, who always is in a reclined position, pulled his leg up and hit underneath the counter, right where our microphone headphones, our headphone junction box is.
My Oscar Slaughters.
And he hit himself right in the kneecap.
My Oscar Slaughters.
Are you okay?
You just kneecapped yourself?
Yes.
No, my Oscar Slaughters.
You don't know what that is.
It's my knee disease, idiot.
I was trying to make Froggy panic by thinking that there's Hal Herman Headlines.
Panic? Are you kidding me?
There's no Hal Herman Headlines. However, let's have Hal Herman Headlines for Wednesday. Can you please make a request for Hal for headlines on Wednesday, Frog?
I'll talk to Hal. He's out of town right now.
Yeah, where is he?
Tijuana.
At a donkey show?
I didn't think I had to say that, but yes.
Oh, my God.
So when is Hal going to do his sit-down with you, MJ?
That's this week as well. I hope. I'm trying to book the Performance Center, and I haven't heard back yet.
You need to also book Speedy, the video guy.
That's who I talked to.
All right.
And Speedy's like, man, I ain't got time for that stuff. No, he's great. Are you going to do is it going to be like the Tonight Show?
Yes, basically. It's going to be the Tonight Show during the day. That's the name of it.
The Tonight Show during the day.
Late night with Hal Herman, but during the day show.
Will you be interviewing any other local celebrities like Roxanne Wilder?
You and Roxanne are going to be coming up.
I just want to see the Roxanne interview.
I have a lot of ground to cover here in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. A couple of celebrity items like Bruce Springsteen was bartending recently at the Stone Pony, handing out drinks to whoever wanted them. And it is being reported that Bruce Springsteen was drunk as a skunk.
Now, didn't he get in trouble for doing a shot of tequila before he sped off on a motorcycle?
Yeah, remember that? A couple of years ago. He was in Jersey riding his bike.
At a park or something.
Yeah, is it some kind of state park or a federal park? And something about they saw him take a shot at tequila?
Well,
or
somebody saw the boss and was like, "Hey, Bruce, have a shot with us." So he threw him back.
Okay, I'll have a shot with you.
Oh, is this whiskey born in the USA?
Born in the USA.
This better be American whiskey.
Born in Bardstown, Kentucky.
Larry David gave me COVID.
Yeah, man.
Last time I took a sip from a cup.
So,
what's the name of my big fat sax player that's dead?
Clarence.
Clarence, I miss you.
So Bruce Springsteen jumped behind the bar at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park, made sure that everyone that wanted liquor and alcohol served by the boss got it. But there were reports that he was drunk as a skunk. That's a quote, drunk as a skunk. I walked in the front door and saw people around the front of the bar, and there he is behind the bar, handing drinks out to whoever wanted him, drunk as a skunk, and having the ball of his life.
Time of his life?
Yeah.
Said Jack Roig, the Stone Ponies owner from 1974 until 1992. So.
Good for him.
So a rocker was drunk, huh?
This was, I guess this is some story. It doesn't say when this was, but Bruce Springsteen, drunk as a skunk. I would imagine it was some years ago.
I miss you, Clarence. I've had too much American whiskey.
But also drunk as a skunk.
Skunks don't drink. They're animals.
But I looked that up. I'm like, where the hell does that come from?
Pepe Le Pew.
And there's like no real history of drunk as a skunk.
It just rhymes.
That's it. Apparently that's the answer. That there's no real deep meaning. With a lot of sayings, there's like a deep meaning if you do just a little bit of research.
Right.
But with drunk as a skunk, the term goes back to the 1920s. And it is believed that I printed this out. Where does drunk as a skunk come from? But we believe that drunk as a skunk, an American expression originated in the 1920s, is merely rhyming slang and has no real connection to skunks at all. So, drunk as a skunk. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I guess it's really official everywhere, not just here in Tampa and some other locations. It is officially canceled everywhere.
I think I know what it is.
Faster, hopefully.
Do you know what it is?
Are the initials JL?
JLO.
Yes. Jello.
Yeah, J-Lo. J-Lo has canceled the entire tour now.
Is anybody really up in arms over this? Like, oh, man.
Because that awesome audio of her coming out singing? Is that why?
Sales were down before that.
Yeah, somebody had to talk some fan off a ledge in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Selena's corpse do a performance than J-Lo.
Oh, stop. That is awful. What is wrong with you?
Well, she was in the movie.
Glad you hurt your leg a few minutes ago. That's a terrible thing to say.
God repaid me.
All right. J-Lo is not going to be hitting the road at all. Every single date has been canceled. The tour outright has been shelved, canceled. Live Nation, who's getting sued along with, Ticketmaster? Aren't they part of that big data breach? Remember we talked about that last week? Like 500 million people potentially exposed with data after Live Nation and Ticketmaster got hacked. Yeah, so a rep for Live Nation said that Jennifer Lopez's This Is Me live tour, which was supposed to get underway very shortly here in June and then run through August, is getting completely scrapped. And they're saying that J-Lo's taken time off to be with her children, family, and close friends.
Right.
I'll tell you right now, it is because of ticket sales. It just so happens that the whole Ben Affleck thing or whatever's going on in that relationship is happening simultaneously. But if she had sold out venues and she could put 20, 30, 40, 50 million bucks in her pocket, whatever it would be, even 10 million, 7 million, trust me, she'd be doing that. That whole tour is scrubbed because the ticket sales were dismal.
You can't hang in the world of Taylor Swift, J-Lo.
No.
All right, so
that's what's happening. Everybody's seeing what Taylor Swift is doing, and they're like, this sucks. I can't do this.
I don't know if it's going to be rescheduled. Who the hell knows?
Nickelback's coming back.
I just, when they announced the J-Lo tour, I said to myself, and I think we even mentioned it on the show, it's like, how many people really want to see J-Lo? She was going to be at Amalie Arena. I mean, from the minute we heard about it, I'm like, J-Lo filling up Amalie? And I like J-Lo. I don't have a problem with J-Lo, but, her music, I can't name much, and it's all kind of...
What? My love don't cost a thing,
But it's all...
I'm just Jenny from the block.
It's very disposable.
Name a third song.
I'm just Jenny from the block.
Okay, that's the point. Yeah, I mean, she might have songs that you hear and go, oh, that's J-Lo, but you can't name 5 songs.
I bet you Mark Anthony could sell out.
Oh, yes.
I bet you he probably could. He's a talented artist.
Yeah, it's very disposable. All right, speaking of performances, Adele freaked out during her Las Vegas residency.
What's up with this lady?
She went off on a homophobic fan.
What the homophobic fan say?
Well, hang on. The fan yelled out, "Pride sucks."
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
so
a little much.
Listen to this. Adele went after this audience member for being homophobic. This is during her Vegas residency, and it was the first day of Pride Month, Saturday night, because June 1st, the beginning of Pride Month, Saturday, and a fan yelled out, "Pride sucks." And then Adele just lays into the fan.
Did you come to my show and just said that Pride sucks? Are you stupid? Don't be so ridiculous. Let's jump in. You've got nothing nice to say, shut up, all right? Perhaps it's you, sir. Do we have any husbands here tonight who have been dragged along? I will not be offended. You can cheer. Do we have any husbands here?
What is she saying?
You'll thank me later.
Some British garble.
Yeah, I can't really.
She said
She's balking at him.
I can't really understand what she's saying. The audio sucks.
She said, "Did you come to my effing show just to say that Pride sucks? Are you effing stupid?" That's part of what she said. I'll play it again.
Did you come to my show and just say that Pride sucks? Are you stupid?
You heard that, right? Don't be so ridiculous. So that was Adele.
Now let's get into my next banger. Hello. What's her song? I mean, she sings nothing that's upbeat. It's all dreary.
It's all
crap.
All dirges, huh?
Hello.
It is all sad.
You know what? A Vegas residency would be something for J-Lo.
A night at the Dirges. Well, dude, we already talked about this.
I knew I heard it somewhere.
J-Lo's residency is in trouble now. J-Lo is supposed to do, I think, 90 dates and $90 million. $1 million a night for J-Lo in Vegas. And now that was an MGM deal. That might be in trouble because if people are not buying and downloading, people are not buying concert tickets, if her star has kind of fallen, is it worth the investment to pay J-Lo $90 million? Would she fill a venue in Vegas for MGM? That's the question. So her little Vegas residency, that could be in trouble as well.
If they made a stage shaped like her butt, I mean,
getting paid that much, her name should be J High.
Are you entertaining yourself over there? Or what are you doing over there?
Because he's getting paid so much. He's high.
So another concert issue, Justin Timberlake, he stopped the concert.
What did he do?
In Texas, no, because I guess a fan fell ill.
Yeah, well, listening to his music.
So listen, listen to Justin Timberlake.
House lights up. House lights up. Thank you. Sorry, everybody. 1 second. 1 second. We need some assistance right here, about 5 rows back.
I guess a fan collapsed.
Oh, who cares?
Give me a gummy.
Give me a gummy.
Yeah, so
give me a gummy. Is that what the guy's yelling? Give me a gummy.
You guys ready to see some JT?
So that was Justin Timberlake stopping the show because he saw a fan fall ill.
Puke me a river.
So,
oh, come on. You say my joke was bad? Puke me a river?
J High? That was a terrible joke.
You think that the Justin Timberlake thing was planted? Could it be part of his rehab?
You know what? No, I don't think it was planted, but I'll tell you, since like the Travis Scott debacle a couple of years ago, I've noticed a lot more cases of the entertainer being aware of the situation in the audience.
I saw Adele do a stage dive at her show.
Yeah, she cracked the foundation of the arena.
All right, a couple of things before we get out of here today. The former Tampa church employee over at Christ the King has apparently struck a plea deal.
What?
But,
with who?
But with the feds.
Already?
Well,
that was fast.
But
you get arrested on Monday, you strike a plea deal on.
Hang on a minute. This is
Oh, yeah. You know what? I know what you're going to say.
We did. What am I going to say, Roxanne?
Well, this ties back to the people I was hanging out with on Friday night who go to that school.
All right, so what did you hear Friday night?
What I heard from them is she's been out of work with them since March. And some of the moms were confused because they'd go to pick up their kids and she'd be sitting in the parking lot because her kids go to that school too, waiting to pick up the kids.
Yeah.
Going, why is she in the parking lot? Why isn't she inside working? No one knew she'd been let go.
Now they know because she embezzled $775,000 from Christ the King in South Tampa.
I mean, it's essentially pickpocketing Jesus.
It is.
Yeah.
I heard they were living kind of lavishly.
That's like strong robbing Jesus.
Yeah.
It is.
You tell your friend John the Baptist to get back.
So, according to the plea deal, and I think we mentioned part of this when we talked about it late last week. So, she's agreed to pay back the money. So, that was part of what we had last week.
So, she has $750,000 just laying around.
Well, that's the question. She's agreed to pay back the $775,000 that she stole and then a $250,000 fine. So that's over $1 million. But also, and we had those elements last week when we talked about this. This woman worked in the business office at Christ the King. Church, school, carnival once a year. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, what are the safeguards there? I mean, how was it not discovered that, it went on from, I believe, October of last year, and then I think she was arrested in March. So that's why she left her gig in March.
Well, one of my friends told me that she dress code checked her kid one time. So I bet her whole MO was real by the book.
Oh, wow.
And meanwhile,
while she's ripping off $775,000 from Christ the King.
So the church implicitly trusted her. She's worked there for a long time. She was a trusted, valued employee.
Yeah.
But she stole that much money in that short a period of time?
But
how much money does that school make? Jeez.
But the update is she took the plea deal with the feds, but the update is...
What's the jail time?
She still... we don't know yet. She still faces with the plea... I mean, a plea deal... She still doesn't know how much time she faces.
Last week it was like up to 20 years.
Yeah, well, that's what it was, up to 20 years. So that's the interesting element here. She took the plea deal to pay back the money, as we discussed late last week. But the big question mark is, how much time is she going to get?
How many Our Fathers is she going to have to do?
Yeah, that's quite a penance.
Seriously, you want to talk about Catholic
Hail Marys and Our Fathers?
Our Fathers, yes.
Tell you what, you need to get the Penguin from the Blues Brothers to give her a couple of raps on the knuckles with a ruler.
I thought confessing to, tubing it to the priest was awkward.
All right, so...
Imagine her confession.
That's just rough. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
I drink Dr. Pepper and I'm proud. I'm part of an original crowd. And if you look around these days, there seems to be a Dr. Pepper craze. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper. If you drink Dr. Pepper, you're a pepper too. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper, drink.
All right, so why did I just play that old Dr. Pepper jingle?
No clue.
Would you believe that Dr. Pepper has tied Pepsi for the number 2 soda spot in America?
Yes, because it's good.
Listen, I like Dr. Pepper. I like root beer. I like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge soft drink consumer. I might have one soft drink a year.
What about a cheer wine? You like a cheer wine?
Yeah, cheer wine's good.
How about a Reuniti?
Yeah.
It's not a wine. That's a wine. That's a
No,
wine.
no.
That's a wine. Cheer wine's a soda.
You can get an ice cold cheer wine at PDQ.
Can you?
Yeah, that's part.
Oh.
Yeah, hold on.
How did I not know that?
I don't know. You walk in, they've got them on ice.
Okay, I go through the drive-through.
Cheer wine's a Carolina kind of.
It used to be only available in the Carolinas.
Yeah.
Now it's available
I don't
everywhere.
care.
It's a cool soft drink.
Shut up.
No, but Dr. Pepper, listen to this. Dr. Pepper has trailed Coke and Pepsi in the soda battles, but now new rankings show that Dr. Pepper is now tied with Pepsi on the carbonated soft drink scoreboard, according to sales volume data from Beverage Digest that the Wall Street Journal got their hands on.
Beverage Digest, very official publication of the beverage industry.
Yeah, the versions of Dr. Pepper and Pepsi are now level with each other. Overall, the Pepsi brand, which includes Diet Pepsi and Zero Pepsi Sugar, remains number 2. But if you look at just Dr. Pepper next to Pepsi itself, the original Pepsi,
Label to label.
yeah, Dr. Pepper's now tied with Pepsi, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. All right, so congratulations to Dr. Pepper. Anything else while we call it a day here on a Monday on the MJ Morning Show?
Nope.
That's it.
All right, we'll call it a day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. My IG is loaded. Instagram, I'm Certified MJ Radio. We've got the Cooper's Hawk that we found last night. Take a look at this adorable bird. The opossum in the road as I'm driving in this morning, little baby, I had to take out of the road so it didn't get smushed. Oh, my bolognese sauce, which you got to see this bolognese, folks. It's unbelievable. And give me a follow while you're there. Certified MJ Radio. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show, and let's be careful out there.